All right, Hondo, and get the picture now. Tech's going to be all in white tops, gold numbers, gold pants. They have gold helmets, and the Dogs will be in red today. Georgia will have the red helmets and the white trim, and I believe we are going to receive, right? The Dogs will be receiving. Sun is bright and hot and high. Wow, Tennessee has jumped on Vanderbilt immediately, 17-0. They are just now into the second quarter. West Virginia's 14-7 on Pittsburgh, and they are early in the second quarter also on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard. The Dogs and Tech here in Atlanta on Tech's field, in a situation where there was probably a lot of scalping going on in recent days. Tech is broken out from the sideline, and they'll be kicking off. They're a 5.5-point favorite. We've been an underdog 2 straight weeks, just about that same number of points. Man Jay, the freshman from Conyers, will be kicking off as far as Tech is concerned. Georgia had a couple men down deep and 2 or 3 out around the 30, and then were all called back over into a huddle, and they've gone from one end of the field back over to their sideline. I'm guessing the television may possibly have told both teams suddenly that there's going to be a couple more minutes to wait in this thing. There's a flurry of games around the country today. A lot of the bowls are actually supposed to be settled. But there's so many teams, by the way, in the South who've already won 7, many who have won 8 and even 9, that it takes this game, for instance, among about 4 others, to settle all the slots. We have Brett Milliken and Patrick Pass-Deep. Luke Manjay will be kicking off for Georgia Tech. Dogs in red and with those silver breeches, and they wait for the kickoff. A low, flat, bouncing ball. Hits 2 or 3 times, taken on the 5-yard line. Patrick Pass trying to come up the middle, up to the 25, to the 30. Ran by a blocker to the 39, the 40, the 45. From behind, pulled down around 50. Patrick Pass with a great return, angling far from one corner over toward the other sideline. Patrick Pass, we opened something up for him, and we're going to be on our 49 where they'll put it down. Dogs on their own 49, and we'll be first down on the hash marks, and we walk up to the line. Sankson past the backs. 2 wideouts. Tech's in a 4-3. Carter back to throw. Fires and is complete to the tight end, and they yank him down on the 40. Javaris Johnson with a man right up on his pads, pulled it down. Chris Young, the strong safety, pulled him down. That first pass play may have been good for 10.5 yards and a first down. It was good for 11.
First and 10, Georgia.
So we hit the tight end. Tech had noticed how much we threw the tight ends last week. They were right on that guy's back when we threw it. Georgia walks up to the line. Split 2 men out. Only 1 back behind the center now. Tight end standing. Fake. Quincy to the right, dumps it to that tight end, complete down to the 35. Ran into one of his own men around the 29. Randy McMichael, the other tight end. Wimbush, the linebacker, was there. And the collision took it out where? Going to be another first down. The ball is on the 29.5. By an inch or 2, and it happened to be right by the yard marker where he went down. Didn't quite go out, though. They tell the clock to roll it out. Well, we haven't played a minute, and we are down on the Tech 29.5. 1 back, 2 wideouts. Quincy hollering at people. Turns, hands to the back. Jasper Sanks driving, pushing. Fumbled the ball behind him on the 26, but we may have recovered. Dropped the ball, left it behind him. You could see him turn around and look for it. Kevin Breedlove, a young guard, fell on that ball to save us. Sanks was moving, was going to gain 5. As it turned out, he gained 3. 2nd and 7.
Larry, one of the downfalls for Tech this year has been that they've only recovered 1 fumble all season long, and there's another opportunity that the Jackets missed on.
Sanks turned around actually to look for the ball with a guy hanging on him as he came through the line, though he'd already gone 3-4 yards. We slot left now. Tech's in a 4-4. The backs are in an I. Quincy gives to the tailback, and Patrick's in trouble, but he got to the corner and took it down around a 20 and stepped out. had enough speed and got it out there. Patrick was technically trapped behind. Jeremy Myers, the free safety, was the one that had an angle on him to make him go out on the 20, but Pass had a real good swing out to the left and took it down to an inch or two inside the 20, put it right on the 20, third down, and about 2 feet. Not quite a whole yard, but just about. Third down. As Pass got outside left end, the Dogs walk up to the line, knocking on that door. Tight ends, everybody pulled in early. Grant has come in. Haynes has come in the backfield. Texan a 4-5 now. It's almost a 5. Give it to Big Grant, who went over the right guard and got a first down and got 2 or 2.5. Grant had a hole closing on him at right guard, but leaned over the pile and got a couple of yards. Wimbush and Mitchell, a couple of linebackers hanging on to him. Another first down. And we have driven this thing now down to the Tech 18. Again, Patrick Pass brought the kickoff out to the 49. Dog up to the line. Slot left, slot right. 4 wideouts, 1 running back. Pass went up to ask Quincy about it, then goes back and lines up behind him. Quincy takes, gives to Patrick. Hold at right guard, stumbling, driving. May have reached the 15 before 3 or 4 white and gold jerseys and helmets yank him down. Let's see what they give him. Apparently got 3. Kreisen, the nose tackle, number 96, was the first guy hanging on to him. Then he got some help. The gain was a short 3. Second down, a full 7. Now Robert Arnaud has come in. Arnaud and Sanks in an eye. Quincy talks to Arnaud, who turns and says something to Sanks. 2 wideouts, a tight end standing up, tight end in motion. Toss sweep almost high to Sanks, who cuts in and drives and goes to the 11 with sheer power. Man, he threw that toss sweep up around his helmet. Sanks caught it, lowered it down, and had enough leg drive to take that thing from the 15.5 down to the 10. Chris Edwards, a linebacker, the first guy that knocked him down. Here you are, your third down and 2. The Dogs are sitting on the Tech 10. The front nose of the football is barely on the 10. We're in an eye. We split 2 men out. Tech's in the 4-3 again. Quincy underneath on third down. Gives it to the tailback. Sanks steps in, yanked on from behind, and then hit in the front. I don't think he got 2. I think he got 1.5. Sanks went at right guard, and they were shoving it back on him. Somebody from behind was on him, and he ran into the whole mass of the front 4, Gaithers and Kreisen and Watson and Josephson. They only gave him a yard to the 9. It's 4th and 1. Now what do you do? 4th and only a yard. They have driven it down to the Tech 9. And they're going to put Big Grant in that backfield again and put Haynes in there at full. And the Tech defenders ask their fans to make noise for them, and they do. 4th down in the yard. Tech's going to bring the whole world up on the line of scrimmage. Man in motion, tight end. Toss sweep, Big Grant going to run outside. They hit him, and he didn't get it. They hit him on the 9 or 9.5. He got out to the corner. Somebody put a shoulder on him. Chris Young, the strong safety. Grant is still not up. Somebody bumped him awfully hard. He's still down. They gave him a yard loss. He fell on the 9. Regardless, he didn't make it. He had to get to the 8. He's still not up. He's standing now. The trainers have come out to him. Big Grant tried to take it outside. Couldn't quite get to the corner. A member of the secondary, as we came out wide left, went shoulder to shoulder with him and got him down. And Grant is being helped off the field, and Tech has saved themselves here. We didn't jam it inside where the whole world was waiting for us. We came outside and gained about 7 or 8 inches.
Well, he's walking off, excuse me, Larry. Charles Grant is walking off the field gingerly, but he is walking. He is putting pressure on the foot, on the ankle, it looks like.
Good-looking drive all the way down to the 9 where it's 4th and 1. Actually lost in the play a couple of feet. And it's Tech's ball now. Here comes Tech. All those points, all that wild scoring fun and gun stuff. Let's see. Backs off shifted. Got a tight end in motion. Hamilton going to give it to the tail, who cuts in, and the defense, red shirts, hit him on about the 12.5. That was Sean Gregory, the tailback. When injury struck him early in the year, he has played well. He's a sophomore. Witherspoon and Dustin Lucky were the men on the stop. And the ball is going to be placed, I think, on the 12.5.
Second down and 7.
It'll be second down and about 7 or 7.5. Tech on their own 12.5. Tech is held on their 9-yard line. We have wasted a golden opportunity. Hamilton hollering out at his receivers. He's got 4 now, and he's back to pass. Going to run the draw. 5 yards, 10, 15, 16 yards out to about the 27. Ran that quarterback draw. He didn't retreat when he ran it. He just squirted right ahead. Arantis Grant, the linebacker, pulled him down. And Hamilton has taken Tech out away from the shadow of the goal line to the 25.5. First down, Tech. Man, we drove that thing down to their 9, ran that big young Grant out to the left and couldn't get him out there. Too much speed in the secondary coming up. Hamilton back to pass, throws to the left, a man wide open, complete. We missed one tackle, hit him on the next one, out of bounds around the 38. A linebacker missed him on the 35. He got 3-4 more yards. Kerry Watkins, the split end, caught the ball. Cap Burnett was the man that knocked him out. But Hamilton running a draw, and then Hamilton passing over to the left has given them 2 first downs, and Tech has taken it out to the 38.5. The Yellow Jackets have been a well-oiled offensive machine all year. Now they go into a wishbone. 2 wideouts. Hamilton looking at the defense, which is moving around with them a little. We bring a man up on the right corner. Hamilton, long count. They're in a wishbone. Fakes to the full, runs it. Pitches option outside, and the defense hits him. No gain. Sean Gregory out to the right. Jamie Henderson came up and got him, open field. Boss Bailey, one of the men, they're trying to help him, and Witherspoon too, but Henderson hit him. They will mark it, I believe, right on the 38. Let's see, 38.5, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, defending against the wishbone is assignment football, and you mentioned it, Larry. Will Witherspoon contained Joe Hamilton and made him pitch the ball. Henderson able to come up and make the stop.
Tech has 1 back now. They have 3 wideouts. Unbalanced line on the right side. Hamilton back to pass. 1 man on and throws in the right flat, complete. We up and hit him all around the 45 and drive him out. Boss Bailey hitting Ed Wilder, the fullback. Wilder was a lone receiver out here on the right. We had a defender really coming in on Hamilton on that play. And it was Bruce Adrien who was the one who was really trying to put pressure on him. Tech now 3rd down. They've held on their 9. Now they've driven it out to the 45. 3rd and 4 for Tech. 4 wideouts. The back's up in there close. Hamilton brings one of the slot men in motion. Takes it away from the back. Gives it on a reverse to the slot man, and we drive him out. They got a yard only. Des White, who was coming wide across the field. Jamie Henderson up there again on the same side of the field to make a stop and bounce him out. Journal-Constitution tells me Tech is lining up the punt. Pittsburgh is 21-7 on West Virginia early in the 2nd quarter. And Dan Dyke, kid from Florida, the punter, is in. We have Michael Greer in safety. Georgia has stiffened out here on the Tech 45. Tech is 4th down and a short 4. And he kicks a mile. Beautiful punt. Michael runs away from it, and it bounces along the goal line. Is going to come out of bounds on the 1 or 2. It bounced sideways totally and beautifully like an old-fashioned kick. Let's see where he marks it off.
Larry, I think it bounced into the end zone and came out.
Touched the end zone and came out. He was retreating and looking for a lineup help out of the middle of the field. Timeout here, no score. Out on our own 20. We are out there now, 1st down. 1 back, 2 wideouts. Tech's in that 4-3. Quincy underneath, Dogs in the 20. Hand off to the tail. They stuff him dead. No gain at left guard. Kreisen and Watson in the middle of the line jam him up. And we didn't get anything out of that. Or if we got anything, we got a half a yard. Loran, what do you got?
Got bad news on Charles Grant, Larry. Got a knee injury. Don't know what the extent of it is in terms of the future, but he will not go back today. 2nd
down, 9.5. We are in a shotgun. Down there, barely outside of our 20. Quincy takes it back. Dumps to Edwards, slanting inside. Good for about 6 or 7. He was outside flank with other receivers, curled back in and took a slant inside. Mitchell, a linebacker, and Hester, the cornerback, hit him. Ball is across the 26, close to the 27. Big third down here. That's bad news that Grant is hurt.
And the second guessing begins.
The Dogs would love to have had that weapon to use today. Had already used it. One back, 3 wideouts loaded to one side. Now we move one of them in motion to tight end. Quincy back, looking, dumps it, threw it too high to the tight end, or they would have had a first down in the 31. Threw it over Javaris Johnson's head. And we have bogged down in here between our 25 and 30, and we'll be in a kicking situation. No score, and we played half a quarter. We've been down in the Tech 9, and they have come out near midfield. Now they jam us, and now they load the lineup. Marvius Hester is their safety man. Kopp will be the punter. Tech trying to get to the kicker. Lazy, short spiral caught on a fair catch on the 45-yard line. Tech's got excellent field position. Not a long kick.
Just 28 yards.
Timeout for these words on the Georgia 45. No score, middle of the first quarter. Texan and I. Hamilton play action, fake back to throw. Fires to a man open on our 36, and we knock him out around the 30. Des White knocked out by Tim Wansley. And that big receiver was open, reaches hands quickly up, pulled it down, and Tech struck there for 22, 23 yards. They are on the Dogs 32. They're inside the 32. The short punt left us in a bad spot, but the play we couldn't handle down on their 9-yard line is hurting right now. Tech first down. They move people in motion. Hamilton pitches out with a block. They run the tailback wide, sweep Gregory. We knock him out after 3 yards. And Kendrell Bell, one of the men, no, Witherspoon was the man, the first man that hit him. Coming across, trying to help with Seymour. Official's going to put it down just inside the 30. The gain was 2, second down and 8. Vandy got 10 points the second quarter. Tennessee is 17-10 on Vandy in the second quarter. Tech with an eye and 2 wideouts. Hamilton hands at the tailback. They run him in there, and the red shirts will stop him around the 26.5 or 27. Gregory trying to go straight up in. He and Wilder were up in an eye at that time. Marcus Stroud took the play head on in there. No score. Clock is 6:47 and running in the quarter. We were 4th down on their 9, and they stopped us, and we lost Grant, an outstanding defensive end. He tried to run a sweep and got hurt. Tech 3rd down, 5.5. Inside the 30. Hamilton back to pass. Fires. And it's broken up, almost intercepted by Tim Wansley, who jumped in front of Kelly Campbell, who had hooked around on the 10-yard line open. Wansley leaped in front of him, couldn't quite intercept, dropping the ball, but broke it up. 4th down. Tech will go for a field goal. Luke Manjay to try a field goal. Almost a big interception over on one flat where the man was relatively open. Tech sets it down, and the kick is going to sail up in there. Good. A funny-looking, funny kick, but he got in. What we used to call a knuckleball. It wasn't very high, and it wasn't pretty, but it's good. Tech leads 3-0. Timeout these words on the Georgia
3-0 Jackets, and now to Loran Smith on the sideline.
Neil, you may have noticed that Kendrell Bell did not start the game on defense. In fact, he hasn't been in, and he may not go in for a while. He's got muscle spasms in his back.
Philip Newman kicks off this time, high and very short. For Tech, we receive it on the 25 and get bumped right out of bounds.
Earl Chambers,
a safety man, caught a short, high, funny-looking kickoff. Caught it with his momentum heading him here toward the west side and the Tech bench, and was pushed out right away on the 31, and the Dogs will be first down. Tech has now used 2 different men on the kickoff. Georgia first down on their own 31. We wasted Patrick Pass's long kickoff return. We wasted a 4th down on their 9. We've had a short punt. We've lost apparently 2 men. Lauren says Kendrell Bell is hurt. Now we go, and we hand it off to Pass. Finally slants at the tackle. Got a yard or so. There was a hole there, but it shut pretty quick. Ross Mitchell, a linebacker, one of the first guys to shut it down. The gain on the play was perhaps a yard to the 32, 2nd and 9. West Virginia 21-7 on Pittsburgh, middle of the second quarter, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard. Dogs slot to the left, one running back. Quincy underneath, and Quincy drops back. Throws to a man wide open and missed the touchdown. He threw it a mile high over a wide open touchdown to Randy McMichael, running on their 35. We threw the ball 700 miles an hour, and the receiver was 6'3" or better, but he really threw it high. Whatever pattern we ran, it was wide open. And we are really having miserable bad luck on offense.
Boy, Larry, the free safety was stuck in the middle of that receiver, McMichael, and Terrence Edwards, both wide open.
3rd and 9. Wow, did that hurt. Shotgun, 4 wideouts. Quincy looking, fires, too high, incomplete. Leaping is Terrence Edwards. Off the top of his hands on the 50-yard line. Had 2 men coming for double coverage a second later. And we'll have to kick it away. We're trailing 3-0. And since Patrick Pash ran that long 40-yard kickoff return, we haven't done a lot on offense, though. We took that thing right down and got it all the way to their 9-yard line. Win Kopp in a punting situation. Tech is overloading on one side, trying to get to the kicker. And Kopp kicks. Beautiful. Beautiful, long spiral. Tech retreating and fumbled on the 18. It rolls around. It's still on the ground, and we're diving, and Tech dove on the ball on the 1.5. We knocked it 16 yards behind ourselves. Now they say we got it. Now they change and say we got it. Dustin Lucky, one of the men up, jumping for Joe at number 50. Now Tech says they got it. Now they overrule each other again, and they give the ball back to Tech. I saw Tech dropping the ball. Then they said we had it, or somebody who wasn't looking did, and then they gave it back to Tech.
49-yard punt, minus 19 on the return with the fumble, Larry.
Oh, jeez. Wow, we could have been first down and goal to go. We're trailing 3-0. Don't take your eyes off this one. This is going to be a funny thing, I think. Tech, now we have to call timeout. We don't have our lineup set. Tech was up to the line on their own 1-yard line, and that kind of a hole. We had to call time because we didn't have enough players on the field. We're trailing 3-0 with 5 minutes left in the quarter. Timeout, these 1-yard line. The back's offset. One receiver wide. The tight end in motion going that way. Hamilton hands to the tailback, who penetrated left tackle and then got knocked down, but he got it out to the 3.5. Brandon Miller, one of the men that stopped him. Sean Gregory, the young sophomore tailback, slanting with power at left tackle. And I think he got 3. The Dogs have lost Charles Grant and Kendrell Bell both in this ballgame. The men who were really the blitzers and the punt blockers, the kick blockers on this team. Tech up on their 3-yard line. 2nd and 8. The gain was only 2. They started just outside the 1. The ball is on the 3. Tech one back. Fake Hamilton in the end zone to pass. Got all day. Now he's going to throw a high wobble duck. Deliberately threw it into the bench. Aren't they going to rule that as... No, I guess not. He threw the ball into the end of the bench. No receivers around anywhere. He had all day to stand there. Then a couple of red jerseys started to break off their blockers, so he threw it deliberately out of bounds behind the bench. But it was not called intentional grounding. 3rd down, 8. 3-0. Tech leads 4:34 in the quarter. You sit and watch this thing, and you feel an explosion could come at any moment. Tech shotgun. 2 receivers left and 1 right. Hamilton takes a snap, retreats in the end zone again. A man's on him. He throws. Incomplete. Threw a little low and wider on the 12-yard line, intended for Des White, who had come back. Miller and Adrien had pressure on him. Tech still got that 3-0 lead. They're in a punting situation. Georgia Southern and Northern Arizona 7-7. And they are in the first. Arizona State 7, Arizona nothing. They are in the first. Tech's Dan Dyke will be the punter. The Dogs would love to block a kick, but our key kick blockers are not playing. The punt. Short spiral, but watch it off the left side of his foot. It bounced sideways and backwards from the 38 back to the 35 or 36. Tech had a man dive on that ball. Let's see. Not a long kick. Where he was standing, it wasn't that bad. But they will put it down 30 yards, net dead on the 34-yard line.
First and 10, Georgia.
And the Dogs with excellent field position, trailing 3-0. And two key members of the team already out and hurt. Though Bell might show up if that only was spasms. Two receivers left, one right. We give it to the fullback. We run him up in the middle. Jasper Sanks got at the very most 3 straight ahead. He was lined up with pass and an eye. Merrick's Watson, a nose guard, one of the first men for Georgia Tech to stop him. Ball on the 31, 2nd and 7. Tech leads 3-0, getting a little bit late in the quarter. West Virginia's 28-7, leading Pittsburgh late in the first half. 3 wide outs and an eye again. Quincy hands to the tailback. Pass cuts back in and only got 1.5 yards. Started right guard and tried to counter back into the left. Chris Edwards, the linebacker, may have been the first man that hit him. They're going to put the ball down just inside of the 29. He got 2 yards. Now we're 3rd down and 4.5. We have to get to the 24. We are out on the 28.5. 3rd down, a full 4.5 to go, and we're trailing 3-0. The Tech fans come up roaring for their defense. Tight end in motion, sliding to the right. Toss sweep to Patrick Pass. Fights to the corner, but they're going to drive him out. No room to run, and he wound up. He fell over a bench on the far side, way out of bounds, went head first over a bench.
33, Chris Young.
Is he all right is the point. Ran that wide sweep. Chris Young, the strong safety, the key man responsible for getting him out around the 26.5. The gain was 2 yards. And we're going to be 4th and 2 here. And I think we're going to go for it. And instead of trying a tying kick. 3:05 is the clock. Pass is back on the field. Quincy hollered over at the bench to check on the play. Are they watching the time? 4th down, 2.25 yards to go. We're outside, and now we got to call time again. We're not sure what we're looking at here. Quincy's not sure of the play, and the Dogs call time here. Tech leading 3-0, and this football game is really going goofy. We started with passes, long kickoff return, and then we drove it stubbornly 40 yards down, but we were biting it off in 7, 8, 9-yard chunks, or so it seemed, and they stopped us on the 9 and injured Charles Grant on the play. Kendrell Bell was already injured and not on the field. There is a chance, perhaps, he'll show up later. Ball now is sitting on the 26.5.
Well, Larry, in the pregame, a lot of people told you and a lot of people told Loran and a lot of people told me that the pressure was on Georgia's offense to perform today to keep up with Georgia Tech. And the pressure has probably increased all the more now with the injuries to those two guys, with Kendrell Bell and Charles Grant out. You're thinking that Joe Hamilton's going to have a little more leeway than he did before. This game summary is brought to you by Regions Bank, and so far it's been a defensive struggle, much to everyone's surprise. Georgia Tech with 3 points on the strength of Luke Monge's 45-yard field goal midway through this first quarter. It's 3-0 Jackets with 3:05 to play in the first frame.
Tech breaking out from the sideline defensively on 4th down and 2.5. The Dogs will be coming up, and we are apparently going to gamble and go for it. Edwards breaking wide left. Thad Parker breaking wide right. 1 back. We need a full 2 yards, better than 2. Fake. Quincy bootlegs right. He's got room to run. He's going to get his first down and get forced out around the 15 or 16-yard line, 17-yard line. He had the big tight end open in front of him. He curled around and followed that big tight end, Javaris Johnson. and took it from the 26.5 and got it to the 17. Myers, one of the men trying to angle on it to make sure he went out. He rolled over to the short side but got the first down. Now we take pass out. We have 5 receivers, no running back. Quincy in a shotgun. Tech in a widespread 4-3 snap. Quincy wanted to run the draw, no room, and they knock him down right there. Didn't gain a half an inch.
Number 17, Quincy.
Tech jammed up the middle. He wanted to run a quarterback draw and couldn't get it to the line. Couldn't squirt outside either. Lost on the play, 1.5 yards just inside of the 19.
Second down and 11.
No offense sputtering here. 3-0 Tech, leading to 33. Again, Grant got hurt early on a sweep outside on a 4th and 1 gamble off the 9. Again, 5 out, 2 to the right and 3 to the left. Quincy shotgun takes, fires. It is complete over here on a 17-yard line to LeBron Mitchell. He took it down to about the 10. He reached for a high pass in the left flat. They say he's down just outside of the 11. The play was about 8 yards. Jeremy Myers, a free safety, got him. Here we are again, almost the same end of the field. It is the same end. It's almost the same spot. Dogs are on Tech's 11-yard line, and it is 3rd down and 4. Last time we were in here, we were 4th and 1. 4th and 2. Now, 4 wideouts. Quincy has a back end. Sanks, 3rd down and 4 yards. And they hand to Sanks. They blitz, and they tackle him behind the line, and we lose yardage. Tech blitz somebody. It may have been Wimbush, the strong side linebacker. We tried to hit Sanks up inside. They broke through blocking and knocked him down on the 13, and now you're 4th down and 6 to go. And we're going to have to go for a field goal to try to tie it up with 69 seconds to go in a quarter. Now less than that. Tech puts 9 men on the line. Ball is going to be held near the 21. They set it down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good, and we're all tied up 3-3 with 56 seconds left to go in a quarter. But man, this has been really like pulling wisdom teeth. 3-3. We've been down on that guy's 8-yard line, and we have been down on the 11.
Larry, I've got Georgia for 33 yards on the ground on 15 carries. That's any math major could tell you, just over 2 yards per carry. But as poor as that seems, it's still accomplishing some of what Jim Donnan wants to do, and that is keep the ball out of the hands of Joe Hamilton. With a ball control offense, same idea as last week when we faced Ole Miss, a team that last week could run the ball with those 2 great backs. The idea was to keep the ball out of the hands of Romero Miller and Deuce McAllister and Joe Gunn. That's the idea again today with the short passes and the rushing. And, you know, after 1 quarter, we're 3-3, and Joe hasn't hurt us yet. At least not much.
Tie football game. And Tech's deep men are going down to wait for the kick. One is Will Glover. Is it Kelly Campbell, the receiver, with him? Tech is Campbell and Glover deep. Dogs will be setting up with Brett Kerouac to kick it off. Tie, 3-3 and under a minute to go. No, it's Chad Holloman kicking off. It is not Kerouac. Chad Holloman will kick off. I sure hope Charles Grant's knee injury is not a major thing. We hit it high, deep. We're trying to get it to one side. Tech catches it on the 10. Tries to come up toward the middle and got it out to the 27 or 28. That was Kelly Campbell. Kelly Campbell, the split end. Caught it right against the sidelines where we tried to pin him, but he got it out to the 28. Tennessee 24, Vanderbilt 10, late in the first half.
1st and 10, Georgia Tech.
Tech,
from the 28.
First down. They are on their own 28. Hamilton underneath, one back, Ed Wilder, I believe. 4 wideouts. Tech on their own 28. One of our linebackers, Grant, was jumping in and out of the defensive line. Hamilton going to throw, complete out on that flat. One man hanging on to pull him down on the 36. He hit Kelly Campbell, the split end, right on the sideline. Tim Wansley, who hung on to his leg, he almost shook him off, but it was about an 8-yarder. And Hamilton has moved Tech up to the 36. Second down and 2, and the clock stopped at 42 seconds. 3-3 tie. 4 wideouts. One back is Big Ed Wilder, the fullback, who weighs 255. Hamilton. Hands to the fullback, who got through the tackle, ran right with the linebacker, took him up to the 46 and a first down. About 11 yards, Ed Wilder. Witherspoon trying to hang on to him, but the guy was just big enough and had his drive going, and Witherspoon could only run hanging on with him till he got help up to the 46, first down. He went in the left tackle where he had a hole. Witherspoon tried to close it from the side of his body, couldn't handle him with that size. First down, Tech on their own 46. Very late in the half, a man in motion. Hamilton does an option pitch to a flanker coming wide, and they got 8 or 9 on that. Kerry Watkins, who had gone in motion at the end from right to left, swinging wide. Got hit by Wansley in the secondary. How much did he get? Where did he step out? Burnett and Wansley on the stop, and the official has it down on the Georgia 47 and a half, I believe, and it'll be second down and only 4. Tech on a drive again.
From the Georgia 47.
Tech's big Noah King, the senior center, over the ball. They're in an eye with 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hamilton going to come back to pass and look, and going to throw a long bomb, and there he is, touchdown. They did what we all talked about all morning. Long pass to Kelly Campbell. Beautiful high arching ball. He led the receiver perfectly. We had a man running 1 stride behind him. Tech hit that long bomb. All of us wondered early today how much we were going to have to look at that, because they've got the speed and the talent to make that work. And Tech leads 9-3. And Manjay will try the extra point. Set it down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And Tech is out in front by 7, and there's still 11 seconds to go in the quarter. We are now 10-3. They struck a long bomb on us. Hamilton throwing so very, very accurately. Do you realize that we missed one ourselves, that we didn't throw it that far? You realize we broke a receiver wide open, crossing down around their 35, and we threw it over his head. But something in our pattern on that play had shaken him really wide open, and we couldn't do it. Boy, did he lead this guy.
He sure did, just like he did last year against Georgia to the same receiver. A lot of people remember that pass play in Athens. It didn't take Joe Hamilton long to strike, as we were saying. He's a quick strike guy. 72 yards, 4 plays, 35 seconds on the drive for Georgia Tech's score. It's 10-3 Jackets.
Tech leads 10-3. We have Wansley and Milliken, I believe, as the deep men. Philip Newman will be kicking off.
Tim Wansley, number 39.
Tech with a 7-point lead. So they've led 3-0 half a quarter, been tied for a few minutes, and now they got a 7-point lead. Remember, they stopped us down on their 9 and stopped us again out around the 16 or 18, put us to a field goal. But now they've hit a bomb on us. Kickoff settling down on the 2 or the 3 to Milliken on the 5, the 10. 15, and 2 men hit him on the 15 or 16. He tried to cut to the sideline and couldn't get over there quick enough, and Tech pinned him down, and we are in a hole. The Dogs really wanted to control some time and clock today, as they did so successfully on the road at Ole Miss last week. But it looks like it's going to be awfully hard. Ball in a 16, first down. 10-3, Tech leads. 3 seconds left in the quarter. 3 wideouts. Quincy underneath, 1 back. Quincy fakes, bootlegs out right, looking. Fires to the sideline. It is complete and out of bounds, close to the 26 or 7. Very close to a first down. He hit Jermaine Phillips. That should have been the last play of the quarter, and he almost got 10.
Tech leads 10-3. 2 tight ends. single back is Sanks. 2 receivers to the left. Bulldogs can burn a play here. And there's a marker. And
that's a movement on Georgia, Wes. Tech was threatening the blitz, and I think Georgia came unglued a little bit on that left side, and I believe this one's going to go against the Dogs' 5-yard penalty for false start.
Al Ford, our referee today.
Before the ball was snapped, movement by the offensive line, 5 yards.
Second down and 6. Let's call it back at the Georgia 20. Underway now in the second quarter here in Atlanta. Delighted to have you dialed our way today, wherever you might be listening. Georgia Tech has the upper hand so far. It's 10-3. Greer and Edwards will go to the left. 2 tight ends again with Johnson to the left, McMichael to the right. Carter dropping straight back. Under pressure throws, and that is a fine catch by McMichael at the 31-yard line with Tillman hanging all over Randy McMichael. First down play and catch for Georgia as it goes for right at 11 yards.
Tremendous catch by McMichael because Tillman, cornerback, as McMichael ran a little out pattern over in the flat, he was all over him, but McMichael concentrated and brought the ball in. First down, Georgia.
Boy, McMichael is 6'3", 223 and a redshirt freshman, and going to be outstanding for Jim Donnan. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Sanks the lone setback on 1st and 10 for Georgia at the 30. Carter on a slant, that's Terrence Edwards across the 40 to the 41. Myers, Wimbush, and Tillman make the stop. So Quincy Carter starting to heat up now. Back-to-back first down completions for the sophomore who played for Buck Godfrey at Southwest DeKalb. 11 yards to the 41 there, Kim.
Yeah, and Edwards is going to limp out of the game. It looks like he may have hurt his leg as he comes off. He was flanked to the right and just did a little skinny post or a slant pattern over the right side, and perfect throw by Quincy Carter, but Tech hit him as soon as he caught it. Another Georgia first down.
Jermaine Phillips with Michael Greer. They go to the left. 2 tight ends again. The lone back is Sanks. 1st and 10 at the Georgia 41. Carter changing the play here at the line of scrimmage. Gives to Sanks, and he'll get back to the line and maybe a yard. Greg Gathers, the true freshman from LaPlace, Louisiana, in there to wrap up Jasper Sanks.
Tech had the blitz that time, Wes, and they brought the corners in tight, blitzed them. Linebackers blitz, stopped Sanks, maybe half yard.
Stay tuned at halftime. Right at the front of halftime, the governor of the state of Georgia, Roy Barnes, will join us here for a few moments. Delighted to have him watching this 94th game today. 4-receiver package now for the Bulldogs. Second down and 9. Carter dropping back out in the flat, and it's caught by pass, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 41 for no gain by Chris Edwards. Greg Gathers again, Kim, really peeling off the edge on Quincy Carter.
A lot of pressure. Carter electing to go underneath the pass, coming out of the backfield and then getting over in the right flat. He was sort of bobbling the ball as he went to make the catch, and Edwards came over and stopped him for no gain. So 3rd and long here for Georgia.
Bulldogs are 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Jamar Clark comes in. Tech fans to their feet. Gold pom-pom shaking. 5 wide for Quincy Carter. Here's Carter throwing. Hit as he throws. Over the head with Phillips, incomplete. Nick Rogers lowered the boom on Quincy Carter on the pass intended downfield for Jermaine Phillips.
Tech had a blitz, man coverage that time, and Nick Rogers made the play. He came through. Nobody picked him up. Had a little twist in the middle. Carter saw him and made him throw it quicker than he wanted to. He threw it a little high, incomplete.
Now Wynn Kopp will have to punt into the sun. Marvius Hester has it in his back. Standing at the 18-yard line. 4th down and 9 for Georgia. Snap to Kopp. It's a high, wobbly kick. Tech will have to get out of the way. Jackets will do so, and Georgia will down it at the 31-yard line. Timeout on the field. 13:02 to go first half. Georgia Tech 10, Georgia 3 back after this at 31. Fumble of the ball, and Joe falls back on it at the
He just fell straight down, never fumbled it. Back at the 27. Loss of 4, second and 14.
Wes, a lot of times on those pass plays, when a quarterback's coming out, those big guards, centers, they pull their legs back, and you get stepped on a lot of times, and that's what happened.
Single back is Gregory. 4 wide. Georgia's really having a hard time getting their guys set. Here's Hamilton. 3 steps. Oh, he's keeping it. Eludes 1. 30. 35. Hamilton near a first down at the 38-yard line. 11 yards for Hamilton on the carry. Pushed out of bounds by Larry Mann, the senior from Dunwoody. Third and just a couple now for Tech. Right at about 2. Yep, they spotted at the 39. Tech needs the 41 for a first down. 12 yards, they step it off for Joe Hamilton. Kim, I think he checked into that, too.
He did.
Single receivers left and right, slot formation. Watkins and White are the halfbacks, Gregory the fullback. Here's Hamilton, he's going to keep it all, Joe, open field, 50, ran over Larry Mann, who held on to make the stop. Kim, he may not win the trophy, but he stiff-armed Larry Mann, and it looked like the old Heisman there in the midfield strike.
Well, they ran the quarterback, or the option play. They wanted to get it on the corner, and Georgia's anticipating Tech making the pitch. They just fly their linebackers, corners, safeties out there. Hamilton saw a huge gap inside, kept it, got it across midfield of the Georgia 45.
Slot formation again. Watkins, the receiver, here to the near side. Or Campbell, I beg your pardon. They give it to Gregory. Sean will keep the legs moving, but really get nothing on the play. Fine play by Millard, the tackle. Sophomore out of Savannah. Second down and 10. Just inside the Bulldog 45-yard line. Georgia, Kim, is having a hard time, it looks like, getting players on and off the field here. They're running Jesse Miller out of there as Hamilton steps under center. Getting different personnel groupings in there, it's tough. Joe drops straight back. Hot read out here to Campbell at the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 38 by Jeff Harris. It'll be third down and 3. Pick up a 7 on a quick hit to Kelly Campbell.
Campbell just ran an out pattern that time, and Hamilton threw the ball before he made his cut. Ball was on the money. Jeff Harris, the cornerback, pushed him out of bounds at the Georgia 38-yard line. So a pickup of 7. Tech's got a third down and 3.
Got to get inside the 35, nearly the 34 for the first down. Tech shifting the play around. Here comes White in motion. Hamilton on a sprint out to his right, shoots it out in the flat. First down, Daz catching it at the 32-yard line. Harris makes the stop.
Now, Wes, that's a play that's designed to put Georgia in man coverage. They ran White in motion. They had a cornerback back there, or safety, trying to chase him to take him man on man. Free safety Larry Mann. And with White's speed, he couldn't catch up to him, and that's what Hamilton did. That was a scheme play. That's a Ralph Region play.
First and 10 for Tech at the Georgia 32. 11:05 to go first half. 10-3 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. I formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. On the far hash, Hamilton, heel option, pitch to Gregory. Sean inside the 30, knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line by Kendrell Bell, the junior from Augusta. Leads Georgia in quarterback pressures. Transfer from Middle Georgia. Pick up a 3 will make it 2nd and 7.
Good pursuit by Georgia's defense. Again, showing their tendency when Hamilton sets that option play and that fake, those cornerbacks, those linebackers are flying outside. Gregory picked up a tough 3 yards.
Wilder and Gregory in an eye. White to the right. Watkins and Campbell here to the left. Hamilton looks to throw. Joe downfield. Watkins there at the 5. Terry cuts back. He's tackled at the 1. Larry Mann saves the touchdown with Terrell Vieira.
Wes, what they did is they had 3 receivers over there. Des White, they had Kelly Campbell, and Kerry Watkins. They ran White and Campbell through to make Georgia think they were going deep, and then they spun Watkins out. He was wide open. If the ball had been thrown a little harder, he would have scored.
Hamilton first and goal at the Bulldog 1. Gary Johnson in motion. Give to Gregory. Sean, touchdown, Georgia Tech at the right side. Hamilton
drive, 69 yards for Georgia Tech. Key third down conversions by the Jackets. Hamilton picked up 15 on one to get Tech into Georgia territory, and Des White caught a 6-yard pass. Kerry Watkins down to the 1. Gregory touchdown.
Snap spot. Kick is up. It's good. Timeout on the field. 10:26 to go first half. Tech 17, Georgia into the number 10 spot on Tech's career rushing list. Philip Newman to kick it away. Pass at Milliken deep for Georgia. End over end kick. Pass from the 2-yard line. Patrick looking for the far side and has the 20, 25, and pass knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line across the way. Newman pushing him out. And Georgia's got an injured player. Jesse Miller, the freshman from Washington County, is hobbling off. So Georgia Tech by 2 touchdowns. It's 17-3 with 10:15 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 29-yard line. Tech down the ball game with 205 yards of total offense. Georgia with 100. Robert Arnott in at fullback in front of Patrick Pass. Tosses to Pass, running left side, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 29. No gain on the play with Jeremy Myers making the stop. So no gain on the play for Georgia. 2nd down and a full 10. Kim.
Good defense by Tech. And Wes, what they're doing is right before Georgia pulls the ball on that first down, Tech's doing some blitzing on first down. They came up hard on the corner. They pitched the ball into that corner on the left side, and Tech's pursuit pushed him out of bounds. No gain.
Thad Parker to the left, Michael Greer to the right. Arnott stays in the game. Here's Carter looking deep, and McMichael's there, and it is caught. Randy McMichael, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Georgia. Georgia went back to the play that almost worked for him earlier, and Randy McMichael hauls in a 71-yard touchdown pass, and Georgia is right back in it at 17-9.
Jeffrey Myers, a free safety, just didn't pick him up. McMichael's running down the left side of the field. Myers followed the fake of Quincy Carter, rolling to his right, got behind him, touchdown pass.
Hap Hines to add the point after to make it a 7-point game. Snap, the spot from Wynn Kopp, the kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field. 9:59 to go first half. 17-10 in favor of 10. The kick by Holloman headed toward Campbell from a yard deep in the end zone. Kelly 15, 20, 25, and slammed to the 27-yard line by Jermaine Phillips. So Phillips makes the stop with 9:48 to go in the first half. 17-10 in favor of Tech. Jackets will go to work with Hamilton at the controls. 8 of 11 for 136 yards and a touchdown. Gregory the lone setback. Now Wilder flops back to a fullback spot. 2 to the right on first down. Give is to Sean Gregory. Into the mix, and he'll cross the 30 to about the 31. Pick up a 4 before Orantis Grant, preseason candidate for the Butkus Award.
He was tackled by number 45.
And Boss Bailey make the stop. 2nd down and 6 at the 31. Tech huddles quickly. Georgia's scattering around. Here's Hamilton giving to Gregory. Sean, first down across the 35. Out near the 37. Should be enough with Terrell Vieira tracking him down from behind. Richard Seymour tripped him up. And Al Ford may call for measurement here. No first down.
West Tech got out of the huddle real quickly. They didn't give Georgia time to get set.
Ralph Friedson will do that to you, Kim. Tech works on that in practice to break that huddle quick and see if they can, especially when Georgia's making as many changes as they're making. Slot formation now, single receivers left and right. Hamilton looks at a 4-man front. Joe's going to keep it. He'll stretch to about the 41-42. Vieira hit him head on after Grant and Bell tracked him down from behind. It'll be close to 5 yards, and let's call it 5, 2nd and 5.
Little counter option play. Hamilton faking one way to Ed Wilder, pulling the ball and going the other. Picked up 5.
Break the huddle again quickly. Here's Gregory trying to cut back. And Sean may get a yard to the 43, not much more. David Jacobs, a redshirt freshman who played for Dallas Allen at Westlake High School, makes the stop. 3rd down and 4 from the Tech 43. 8:13 to go. Georgia fans trying to hoop and holler now. Tech's 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Hamilton from a shotgun. Snap to him. Joe drops, shoots across the middle. White's got it, first down into Bulldog territory before Bell makes the stop. At the Bulldog 49-yard line, it goes for 8 yards and a first down.
Georgia played zone that time, Wes. They rushed only 4. Tech's line gave Hamilton time to sit back there and wait for Des White, coming from his left to his right underneath in a crossing pattern. Made a catch, first down Tech.
Tech 3 out of 6 on 3rd down today. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, ball in the middle of the field. The Georgia 49, Hamilton on the pitch. Here's Sean Gregory, 45, 40, 35, knocked out of bounds by Larry Mann at the Georgia 33-yard line. 16 yards for Sean Gregory on first down, Kim.
Boy, great execution by Hamilton. He saw that they had the block out here. I don't know who the flanker was. I think it was Kerry Watkins had the block on the corner. Pitched it very quickly. Gregory did the rest. First down Tech.
Jackets turning receivers over. Watkins and Campbell come out. John Myers has come in. 1st and 10 for Tech at the Georgia 33. 7:20 to go, first half. Tech leading 17-10. Hamilton first down. Here's Sean Gregory. Spinning at the 30, falling forward to the 28. 5 yards for Gregory before Witherspoon makes the stop for Georgia. Kim, Tech is hogging the football here too.
They're doing a good job of running the clock. And also, Wes, Georgia's playing loose on those corners. The underneath throw is there for Georgia Tech.
Wilder the lone back. Myers to the right. Campbell left. Watkins and White are the halfbacks. Slot formation. Hamilton, you may have heard him just said nickel, nickel. Here's Joe dropping back. Underneath through the hands of Campbell, incomplete. Jeff Harris there on the coverage for Georgia. Hamilton made a call there at the line, Kim. We were able to pick it up. He saw the nickel, and that changed the play a little, or changed the routes. 3rd and 5 now for Tech at the Georgia 28-yard line.
Well, he had Watkins open on a little post pattern. I mean, a hook pattern would have been a first down. Ball went right through his hands, incomplete.
Wilder the lone back, 4 receivers. 4-man front for Georgia. White in motion. Here comes Hamilton. He's going to keep and stretch. It's going to be close. Going to be just short of the first down, I believe, is Hamilton.
Yep, going to be about a half yard short.
George O'Leary going to go for it? Sure. They bring the big boys in there. Here comes Gary Johnson at 240 out of LaGrange. Russell Matvey at 236. Come in, and Georgia responds, bringing 302-pound Brandon Miller in. Bone-on-bone football. Gary Johnson in motion. Hamilton gives to Gregory. Sean Gregory stretching, going to depend on the spot.
He got it, Wes. The spot, he had to get it beyond the 23-yard line, and I think where that left foot is of the official, he's going to pick it up.
So on 4th and 1, oh, now the spot. Let's wait and see where they set it down. Well, it's going to be close now. Georgia says they have it. Al Ford want to call for measurement? He does. So on 4th and 1 from the 24, Sean Gregory tried the middle of the line. Yep, Georgia held. So both teams now have been stopped on 4th down today. And Georgia gets it back with 5:49 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 23-yard line.
10-play drive started from Tech's 27. Used up about 5 minutes and 10 seconds on the drive, but Tech came up short on the 4th and short from the Georgia 23. Tech didn't convert. Georgia takes over there.
Well, let's see what the crowd, if they're going to become a factor here now. Georgia trying to regain the momentum. Carter, play action, in trouble, loads up, downfield, incomplete at the feet of Michael Greer. Trying to make a diving catch of it. Gathers was bearing down on Quincy Carter. Boy, Gathers has come up big today on the end.
Put a lot of heat that time on Carter, who was trying to go to Greer, running a deep post pattern. He had a step on Tech's defense, but the ball was thrown low in the dirt, incomplete.
Clock stops with 5:43 to go in the first half. 17-10 in favor of Georgia Tech. Greer will go to the left. Thad Parker to the right. McMichael, the tight end, off the formation. Shotgun for Quincy Carter. And he looks to throw. Carter loads up, shoots it out here in the flat. Incomplete. Intended for pass. Ricardo Wimbush there defending. So now it's 3rd and 10 for Georgia at its 23.
Wes, I think pass was looking more to Wimbush, who was getting ready to unload on him, rather than look the ball in on the reception down on the Tech sideline, because he looked like he was open, but the young freshman linebacker for Tech really came barreling into him, incomplete.
Georgia is 1 for 7 on 3rd down. Clay Brooks has come in. He gathers the ends. Robinson and Watson up the middle for Tech's front 4. 4 wide for Georgia. Snap to Carter. Quincy shoots it out in the flat. It's caught. Michael Greer at the 35-yard line with Hester defending. He threw it the only place Greer could catch it. Low and away from Hester, and Georgia extends the drive. They're now 2 for 8 on 3rd down.
Big catch that time by Greer. Just hooked up on the sideline, and Carter threw a low pass that Greer pulled off the ground. Completion. That's 1st down Georgia. That's 8th first down in the ball game for Georgia. Tech, on the other hand, has 11.
Georgia, a fresh set of downs from the 35. 5:15 to go first half. Carter coming on an option. He pitched it away to pass, and he'll be run out of bounds at the 40 or 39-yard line by Tillman and Myers. Quincy Carter said 2 weeks ago in the paper he does not like to get hit on the option. Tech made sure they had white shirts collapsing on him as he went to the option that time, and it comes up 4 yards to Patrick Pass. And he looks unorthodox running it too, Kim.
Little slow, Wes. He didn't normally like to sprint out and get right in that end's face and make him either take you or pitch, and he chopped his steps a little bit, gave Tech secondary a chance to come over.
2nd and 6, 2 tight ends, single receivers left and right, lone back. Carter going to throw again. Across the middle, McMichael, the tight end's got it. Midfield, 45, and dumped at the 41-yard line of Tech by Marvius Hester. Well, Randy McMichael's coming up very big now for Georgia. The play goes right at 20 yards, and the Bulldogs a fresh set of downs at the Tech 41 as we work inside 5 minutes of this first half.
Wes, McMichael went from his right to his left underneath, and Carter got excellent protection from his line. He was able to wait until he cleared those zones in there. Linebacker was trailing him, hit McMichael for another first down.
Parker to the left, Greer to the right. Pass and an eye. 2 tight ends again for Georgia on the far hash. Play action. Carter will have to hurry. Crosses incomplete to Johnson. And now Wimbush and Carter exchanging some pleasantries back at midfield under the watch of referee Al Ford. It's incomplete.
Wimbush came in on the blitz that time. Nobody blocked him. Got in Carter's face, and he was the guy that made Carter throw it wild, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10 from the Tech 41.
Gathers and Mitchell come out. Tech brings Jamar Clark in a nickel spot. And Georgia turning things around as well. Greer will go to the left. Mitchell, Phillips, and Parker all here to the right. Arnott is the back flank to left out of Carter in the shotgun. Quincy firing, and it is caught. Michael Greer, and close to another first down. Hester makes the stop at the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down.
Greer's a possession-type receiver that time. Flanked to the left, matched up with Marvius Hester. Just did a little out, turned on the sideline. Carter drilled him with a perfect throw at the Tech 30, another first down.
Carter is 3 for 6 in the drive now. Georgia's got it 1st and 10 at the Tech 30. 4 wide, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Carter throwing back. Claybrook's almost batted it. Slip screen with Greer. Inside the 20 to the 19 goes Michael Greer. Travaris Tillman makes the stop. Another 11-yard gain for Georgia. Bulldogs now driving to tie the game, trailing 17-10 with 4:06 to play. And now we get a timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. We'll take it with them here in Atlanta. 17-10 Georgia. Give is to Arnott. Busted it up the middle. Touchdown Georgia. Robert Arnott. 19 yards. And Georgia within an extra point of tying the ball game with 4:01 to go before halftime.
9 plays, 78 yards. Arnott got the 20-yard right up the middle touchdown on Tech, and they've got a chance here to tie it up.
Hap Hines out of the hole to Wincop. Doug Davis is the snapper. Snap spot. Point away, and it's good. Timeout on the field. 4:01 to go before halftime. We're back where we started from at 17-all. Back after the 40 touchdown, and Robert Arnott scampered 19 yards. His second of the year has tied the game.
Went right up the middle, and that's hurt Tech in previous games. That run up the middle. Tech's done a good job up until that one, slowing Georgia's runners down. But Arnott untouched as he went in to cap that drive.
Campbell and Glover deep to receive the kick of Chad Holloman. High end over end kick. Kelly will catch it and down it. So it'll be 1st and 10. Boy, the play of the drive for Georgia back on 3rd and 10 at their Bulldog 23-yard line. Quincy Carter went to Michael Greer for 12 yards, Kim, to extend the drive, and then before you know it, 6 plays later, Georgia had the touchdown.
Yep.
3:56 to go, first half. See how Tech handles this. 1st and 10 from its 20 in a tie game. 17-all now. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. The I formation behind Hamilton. Wilder and Gregory. First down, here's Joe on the option. Pitches to Gregory. Sean out to the 24-yard line before he's hit on the play. Orantis Grant and Tim Wansley make the stop on Homewood, Illinois sophomore Sean Gregory. 2nd down and 6 for Tech, and it's 24. Clock rolling, 3.5 minutes to go before the break. Be our great pleasure to have Governor Roy Barnes with us here at halftime. High formation. Here's Hamilton again. Option pitch. Gregory with Wilder blocking and close to a first down. May have it. Stepped out of bounds beyond the 30 at the 31. Richard Seymour pushed him out of bounds. First down right at 7 yards for Sean Gregory.
Good blocking by Ed Wilder, the fullback that time. Gregory just following Big Ed behind on that left side. Tech got another first down, 12 in this contest for Tech.
Kim, you get the impression Tech has almost got to answer the Georgia 2 touchdowns here before halftime.
Yeah.
High formation on the near hash. Tech moving right to left in quarter number 2. Hamilton on the option. Joe pitches. There's a fumble, but Gregory's back on it at the 25-yard line. Oh, disaster averted by the Yellow Jackets, who lose 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 16. Back at the Tech 25. Jackets running the option to the wide side of the field for the first time in a while. And Hamilton waited almost too long for Gregory.
Just a bad pitch, and Gregory couldn't hold on to it. Tech lucky that Georgia didn't come up with a big turnover.
No turnovers yet in the ball game today. Jackets have fumbled twice but recovered both of them. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd down. Hamilton play action. Joe shoots it out here in the flat, and it's caught. And that is Kelly Campbell out of bounds near a first down at the 40-yard line. 15 yards will make it 3rd and a yard. Tim Wansley ran him out.
He was knocked out of bounds by number 2, Tim Wansley.
Boy, a long spiral by Hamilton, Kim. He had to throw that one on a beam.
Tough throw to go across the field like that, Wes, and hit him with a pass. Campbell just turned left on the flat on the sideline. Wansley in coverage was making sure he didn't get behind him. Tech's going to have 3rd and less than a yard here.
3rd and 1, the slot formation. Hamilton brings White in motion. Joe is going to keep it, and he's got the first down. To the 42-yard line goes Hamilton around the right side. Tripped up by Terrell Vieira, the redshirt freshman from Slidell, Louisiana, on the play. Tech is now 4 for 8 on third down today.
Clock is down at 2:20 and running. Tech has 2 timeouts left. They lead both Tech and Georgia tied at 17 all.
High formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Hamilton, play action. Joe scrambling around. He's going to keep it. 45, 50, and pushed out of bounds by Grant at the Georgia 46-yard line. 12 yards and a first down for Hamilton. You used to run around like that on the flats here, didn't you, Kim?
My motor didn't go that fast, Wes.
Into Georgia territory to the 46. Hamilton now in the ball game.
56-yard line.
Well over 50 yards of rushing. Tommy Barber's got him 62 yards on 8 carries here today. Add that to 159 passing. Single receivers left and right. 1st and 10 for Tech. Georgia 46. Hamilton drops back. There's the ball for White. Caught. 25. Dez takes on a tackler. Larry Mann brings him down at the 23. Hamilton to Dez White for 23 yards.
And Wes, it's bound to happen. Tech ran the option play. They've run the option play, run the option play. As soon as those corners and safeties see Hamilton coming out on the corner, they come upfield. That time he faked it, dropped back. White got behind everybody, and I think White was surprised that had he run harder and faster and longer, it would have been a touchdown.
Clock at minute 45. Tech with it, 1st and 10 at Georgia's 23-yard line. High formation, play action to Gregory. Joe throwing to the end zone. Incomplete. Here comes a blocker. Pass interference on the Bulldogs.
No question about it, Wes. They were trying to go to White for the touchdown, and Jeff Harris had White all wrapped up with his arms, and White couldn't make the adjustment to get the ball. The official on top of the play threw the flag at the goal line. That'll be a 10-yard penalty marked off from the line of scrimmage.
Defensive pass interference, 15 yards.
15 yards, I'm sorry.
Plus automatic first down.
So first down for Tech.
1st and goal from the 8. .134 to go before halftime. I said a couple of years ago, this is a great football game if you don't care who wins. The problem does, everybody cares who wins. 17 all. Remember, too, if Tech scores here, they get the ball to start the second half. Single receivers left and right, no wishbone. Hamilton boots back. Joe 10, Joe 5, Joe at the 1. Oh, he called his own number, Kim.
Hamilton's hurt.
Hamilton is down on the play. At the 1-yard line is where they've marked it. Clock stops with 1:20 to go, and now he's up. Well, halftime might be good for a lot of people. Joe is bent over at the waist.
Wes, he'll have to come out for the mandatory play, so George Godsey will go in the ball game. Hamilton.
Now, Tech's going to take a timeout with 1:20 to go. Georgia Tech takes a timeout. Jay Shoup did a smart thing there, Kim. Tech's director of sports medicine. He turned to Al Ford to make sure we have a timeout so he could come back in. And that'll be the case if they think Hamilton can drive it in for the score. It's like Joe may have. He's walking kind of gingerly, almost like he may have gotten his hip banged around on the right side. Hard to tell from here.
West Tech has gone on an 8-play drive after Georgia's Robert Arnott scored to tie the ball game up, kicked off to Tech in the end zone. Tech took it, downed it from their 20, but in 8 plays they've marched all the way down here to the Georgia 1, 1st and goal there. In so doing, they picked up 6 first downs on the drive. They had a big pass interference call against Dez White that gave them the ball at the Georgia 23-yard line, 15-yard penalty, put it at the 8. Hamilton on the keeper that time. Got really nailed down there at the 1-yard line.
And he's going back in the game. Kelly Campbell gives him a big
Hamilton. That time Gregory off the left side, and that put Tech up 23-17. They'll try to make it 24 here.
Monjay out of the Godsey hold. The snap from Tennerton. The punt is away and good. 1:16 now to go before halftime. Tech in front 24-17. Back after this. Milliken and pass deep for Georgia. Tell you what, the crowd has been on their feet virtually the whole way, Kim. Newman will kick it out of bounds.
Whoa.
Phillip hooked it. That was a 9-play, 80-yard drive by Georgia Tech in 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be placed at the 35.
Well, that's not what you want to do here. You want to kick that thing deep, and George O'Leary is tapping Phillip Noonan on the head.
He knows it.
He knows it, and Georgia has excellent field position. 1:16 to go. 1 timeout left for the Dogs.
Carter has an empty backfield. A flank pass and Greer to the near side. Phillips, Edwards, and Mitchell to the left. Carter on first down. Across the middle, complete to Phillips, but he's tackled at the 38 by Ricardo Wimbush. 2nd down and 7. Georgia, as Kim told you, has 1 timeout remaining. Governor Barnes here in the booth with us. We'll visit with him at halftime. Get his take on the first 30 minutes of play. 5 wide. Here's Carter. The deep ball for Phillips. And he's hit on the play by Chris Young, intended for Jermaine Phillips. I don't know if that ball was catchable.
Well, that's what Tech's going to argue, that was an uncatchable pass, but 2 officials threw the flags, and that's going to give Georgia a first down, 15-yard penalty, and that should move the ball.
Defensive pass interference, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
To the Tech 47, so 15-yard penalty puts Georgia with 46 seconds to go in pretty good shape.
Incomplete ball. Still makes it 1st and 10 though. 47-yard line with 46 seconds left. Here's Carter. Under duress, and he's going down. Back in Georgia territory. Georgia territory at the 48. Claybrook's the first guy. Gathers the second guy. They sack Quincy.
Georgia takes a timeout to stop it with 33 seconds.
Sack of the day. First sack of the day by Tech. They've tackled Carter behind the line. And now it's 2nd down and 15. Back in the Bulldog 48-yard line with 33 seconds left. And Carter will come here to the near sideline. Kim, let's bring the governor over here for a second if we can. We don't want to take up too much of his time.
Listen, I don't want to take up too much time. Governor, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good football game.
Great
right
football game. 2 great quarterbacks. And I'll tell you something else. I'm impressed with the punter for Tech, too. He's had some great kicks this afternoon.
He's a 4.0 Presidential Scholar in Aerospace Engineering.
And now you know how he can place the balls well. I mean, it goes to the 1-yard line every time. I mean, I'm very impressed with him. I had not watched him this year until today, and I'm very impressed. And President Clough told me that he was a aeronautical engineer 4.0. So
maybe he'll build you a rocket later.
Maybe he'll build me a rocket, but he's been kicking a ball like a rocket too. But these 2 quarterbacks, I tell you what, this game's going to come down to who's got the ball when the game is over.
Well, hang tight with us here. We'll go back with the governor in just a second. It's great to have him here with us today. Receivers for Georgia. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Carter in a shotgun from his 48. Dropping back. Here come the Jackets. Carter downfield, and it's broken up. Jeremy Myers broke up the pass intended for Jermaine Phillips. That'll make it 3rd down and 15 for Georgia at its 48-yard line. Carter had come into this drive, he was 4 for 7 for 54 yards in the touchdown drive that Arnott capped with a run, Kim. And now in the game, he's 14 of 22 for 192 and a touchdown. That one almost intercepted by Myers. Tech goes nickel now on 3rd and 15. 5 receivers. Carter from an empty backfield. There's the pass. Carter running away from pressure. Downfield, overthrows. Thad Parker incomplete. Clay Brooks was bearing down on him. Carter scrambled away from the first wave. Georgia is now 2 for 9 on 3rd down. And on 4th and 15, Jim Donnan's got to be thinking punt here.
Wes, I don't know whether the official couldn't find the flag or not, but if that wasn't all sides on Clay Brooks, I don't know. I think Tech got away with one there.
Felipe got an early start.
He rushed Quincy Carter like the governor's been rushing this Gerda, getting all this air pollution stuff worked out.
Oh, man. Well, here is Kopp to punt, and Hester stands at the 10. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Snap to win, Kopp. And he'll hang a spiral up there. Beautiful kick. Hester will run away from it, and oh, Georgia's going to get a great bounce. It's rolling dead inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. Clock will stop with 4 seconds left. That's a great punt by Kopp of 49 yards.
Tech will simply kneel down on the ball, run the clock out, and take it into the locker room.
Boy, Kim, what an exciting ball game. We thought it would be another good one. The last 2 have been sensational. This one proving true here in the first half.
Both teams playing very well, and of course, scoreboard Tech on top, 24-17. But it's anybody's game, and people are getting their money's worth watching these two teams go at it.
Hamilton with he'll have to step down at the 1, and that'll do it. First half to a close in Atlanta. Georgia Tech 24, Georgia 17.
Here's Larry Munson to bring you the second half play-by-play of the Dogs and the Jackets.
Chad Holloman will be kicking off for Georgia. Campbell and Glover will be deep for Tech. We have to give them the ball again at the start of this half. We tied them at 17-17 and fell back 24-17. Dogs waiting to kick it off, and the officials now are going to let it go. Tech by 7, picked to win by 5.5. Everybody had said more or less as the season unfolded, these two will just kill each other. They might have that many scores. Long end-over-end kick again deep in the end zone by 9 yards. And Tex Campbell, for the second time, was back there very deep and not running it out, and Tech will put it in play on the 20. Now, we kicked off to them like that very late in the half, and they brought it all the way down.
Still, it's a great way to start out the half, Larry. You want to get your kickoffs, about 70% of them, to be touchbacks, to be an extremely successful team, and that's the way to go for Georgia on the last 2.
Tech up to the line. Hamilton, the quarterback, the backs in an eye behind him. They have run the ball well today. He fakes it. He's back to throw. Dumps it out to a man open on the 36. We hit him on the 38. Des White crawling down that one sideline again, about 20 yards or so. Wansley got him. Kaepernick got him. And the play was 18 yards from the 20 out to the 38-yard line. They've had him open in that spot before today. Tech trying to come down the field. They're already up to the line. They're in an eye. Hamilton underneath, moves the backs, runs the option to the left, pitches to the tail. Gregory, we hit him on the 40. He only got 2. Sean Gregory out to the corner. Lucky and Arantes Grant hit him. Biero was coming up ready to help. Ball is going to be on the 40, second down and 8.
2 yards.
Tech with a 7-point lead, and they got the ball. The gain was 2.5. They got it just a little over the 40. 3 wideouts, 4 wideouts now. Tight end slotted up on one side. 1 running back. Hamilton back to throw. Quickly out to the left side. Complete, and we knock him out. Wanza knocked him out, but I think he got a first down. Kelly Campbell reached around the 48. And Wansley hit him right there and knocked him out. And let's see if it's a first down. Officials are looking at it. Tech's coming down the field. Hamilton is nickel and diming us to death. First down it's going to be. Ball is just inside their 48. Tech is driven to 28 yards now. at the moment throwing sideline patterns, and that may mean they're going to throw one long down the middle at any moment. 2 wideouts. The backs are in that double wing thing with one running back in the middle. Hamilton moves them in motion. Hands to that fullback straight ahead, and we jam him up for 1.5 yards. The back that was right behind him took a quick handoff while everybody else swept right and banged in there. Marcus Stroud played the play well, and they only got 1.5 yards to the 49.5, second down. Tech leads by 7, and they're moving again here early in the third quarter. Tech quickly up to the line. They're in an I again. And Hamilton back to pass after a play action fake. There he is in the same place, complete again, open in the same place on our 33-yard line. They threw about 17 yards that time. Wansley had to hit him, and they ran that pattern a lot in the first half. Loran, what do you got?
Well, you got Terrence Edwards not likely to go back, or if he goes and plays, they taped him up. I doubt if he can be effective. And then, of course, Michael Greer's got a little Achilles tendon problem, so we're sort of losing a lot of frontline players.
First down for Tech on the Georgia 33. Hamilton takes it away from the fullback, stops, turns, cuts back inside and takes it and gets about 4 out of it. He almost got stopped on one side of the 30, but he penetrated the 30. Brandon Miller knocked him down, but he got it to about the 28.5.
He gave a little Earl the Pearl Monroe spin move there, Larry. Rolling to the left and all of a sudden just pivoted back to the right.
Put it on the 29. He got 4, 2nd and 6.
From the 29.
Tech splits 2 men out. They're in an I. Tech coming steadily down the field. Moves them in motion, and they run that wide swinging reverse. Campbell coming outside of the 25, the 20, the 15. Tripped by Arandis Grant, or he would have scored. He got to the 13. They ran a flanker reverse around wide and got almost 20 on it. And Tech's knocking on the door. We cannot stop them. 24-17. Too much speed, too much talent. Ball on the 13. And injuries are reaching and striking for our receivers now, as well as losing Grant so early. Tech lines in a wishbone. They've driven this thing better than 60 yards since the kickoff. In fact, they've driven it 67. Hamilton underneath looks at that defense and fakes to the full, wants to follow him, but he's pulled right down there by Marcus Stroud for no gain. He faked to the front man in the wishbone and tried to step in behind him and run and got stopped right there. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Tech with a 7-point lead and down there in the shadow of our goalpost.
No gain. 2nd and 10.
24-17. They're in an I and they slot to the right. Our defense is still moving. Hamilton brings a slot man back in motion. Hands to the tailback who steps in, and our linebacker Witherspoon hit him and he only got 1 yard. Sean Gregory trying to go straight ahead at guard. Witherspoon pulling on him. He only got about 1 yard. It's 24-17. Tech's made a long drive. The ball is still close to the 13-yard line. He only gained a half yard. It's third down. They have driven it 67.5 yards since the kickoff. Tech's in an I. They split 2 men out. The tight end standing. Now he exchanges place with the fullback. Hamilton underneath brings the receiver in motion and goes back to throw. Throws a fade pattern, and there is nobody there. Incomplete. They had a mix-up there. We had Henderson and Biera over there close to an interception. They missed reading each other or something. Threw a fade pattern in the right corner. The receiver wasn't there. And Tech will have to try a field goal. After that long drive, they're 4th and 10. And Tech's Luke Mange from Conyers, the freshman, will try a field goal from the 20. They set it down, and the kick is up. The kick is good, and it's 27-17. 10:55 to go in the third quarter. Timeout for Tech, the third guy they use on kickoffs. That's one facet of their game today they have struggled with. But they lead by 10 now, and we are early in the third quarter. They are acting unstoppable. Air Force is 14-7 on New Mexico late in the third. Arizona State 21-14 on Arizona They are now in the fourth. West Virginia 52, Pittsburgh 14 in the fourth. Manjay kicks it down the middle, high and deep, veering a little right. Patrick pass 1.5 yards deep in the end zone. One man hit him on an open field tackle inside on the 13. One man got in, and pass went down on the 13. We are not in good field position. Tennessee 38-10 on Vandy. They are in the fourth quarter.
Larry, Georgia Tech scoring drive, 11 plays, 68 yards, 4 minutes and 5 seconds were chewed up by Joe Hamilton and company. Luke Manjay with a 29.5-yard field goal to give Tech the 10-point advantage.
Pass favoring a foot a little as he comes out. Dogs up to the line on their own 13, trailing 27-17. Slot left. Fake. Quincy rolls left, fires out of his hands, sitting open on the 25. Thad Parker skidding down into a sitting position, couldn't hang on. Ball thrown low, turned around, went back for it, had it and dropped it incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10. 10 points behind, 10:41 to go. We were 14 behind and rallied. Are they going to rally now? Georgia Southern, the last we saw, was 51-14 on Northern Arizona late in the third. 2nd down. Quincy takes it and drops back, looking for somebody. Right down the middle, he overthrew Michael Greer in the 35. Defender was right behind him. Greer coming left to right, the only man deep coming across. Jamar Clark was a step behind him and hit him a moment later. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 from the 13.
We are back down on our own 13, and we're 10 down, and Old Lady Luck is just frowning at us, almost snarling out loud. Crowd up, roaring, trying to bother us. We are in a shotgun. 4 wideouts. Quincy retreats, throws it over the middle, and they intercept it. It deflected. They intercept. Tech's got the ball on our 18-yard line. Tillman, I believe, with the ball. McMichael turned to catch it. He had double coverage squeezed on him. The ball was up off his hands and the defender's hands. Tech caught it behind him. There's a big turnover.
Georgia Tech, 2nd from the bottom in turnover margin in the nation. Georgia, number 4 in the nation in turnover margin, yet Tech has the only turnover so far today, and it's a big one.
Tech 1st down. They're inside the Dogs' 18. They've already got 27 points, and we're still very early in the 3rd quarter. Slot right, one back, and he's over behind the right tackle. Hamilton's dropping back to throw. Throws down the middle. Touchdown to a man open. He hit Des White, who went down in a sitting position as he caught it. Hamilton is so brilliant, you can just see that stuff coming, and as that play unfolded, he wasn't any 10 or 15 yards open, maybe only 3 or 4, but he was open. And Tech suddenly starts to really take control of this thing now. They are unstoppable. 33-17. Manjay will try the extra point. They set it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and it's 34-17. Still better than 10 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Pause for these words on the Georgia.
Joe Hamilton made Georgia pay. 17-yard touchdown pass from Joe Hamilton to Des White. Extra point by Luke Manjay, and now it's 34-17 Jackets.
And Manjay will be kicking off again when they let him. Tech's got a lot of points for a ball game that is not quite 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and 1 million yards, and a lot of yards rushing too, which is a little bit of a surprise. Manjay hits it high and short this time. Patrick drifting up to the 7 or the 8 to catch it, trying to go over to the left side, break that little hole again. 20, 25, 30, and wrestle down high around the 31-yard line.
Number 6.
Dogs will line it up there. Loran, what do you got?
At a time like this, Larry, you got to be patient. I mean, you can't just go for the bomb, the home run. You got to make your plays and employ patience in order to come back and get into this game. A player we haven't said a whole lot about lately, Jonas Jennings, he really deserves a pat on the back. He's hobbled, he's beat up, but he's been playing with a great courage and a great attitude.
First down, Quincy back. They're coming on him. He's in trouble. A screen to the right, complete to Sanks, who got one block. 35-40, drives between two men and takes it to the 48. Jasper running hard. Quincy retreated deep and had men all over him and dumped a screen out here. And Young and Scott hit him, two of the men, and that play wound up with about 27 yards. Not quite, 17 yards.
That's a dandy little call. Jim Donna, knowing that Tech's going to be stoked, they're going to be aggressive, and he lets them think that they're getting in on the pass rush and then just dumps off the screen instead.
First down, Georgia up on the 48. Quincy retreating and looking again. Dumps it on the left side. He's got a blocker to Jasper Sanks. 45-50, over the 50 into Tech territory. Maybe only got 3 or 4 on the play. He had a blocker in front of him, Chris Edwards, a linebacker on the stop. He was a highly recruited kid about 4 years ago. Ball across the 49.
Sorry, Larry, the cousin of Robert Edwards and Terrence Edwards, Chris Edwards, in his final home game for Georgia Tech.
And the last we heard way back in the second quarter was that Terrence Edwards was hurt and might not come back. 3 wideouts. We are in a shotgun. 2nd and 7 on the Tech 48.5. Snap. Quincy takes it. Looks for people. Fires to a big tight end. Complete first down inside the 40, over by the sideline on the 36. He hit Javaris Johnson, who caught a ball, turned around, caught it around his hips. And the Dogs wound up with a first down. Georgia coming down the field, but they're 17 down. We are sitting outside of the Georgia Tech 36. Where you go on a bowl trip depends upon today. 3 wideouts, 1 running back. Tech trying to blitz, and they push the man way offside and into our line of scrimmage. One of their linebackers just leaned too soon into his nose guard. But now you don't know what the officials saw. From up above, you're looking straight down on it. Yeah, it'll be an offside penalty on Tech for 5 yards. You got 8:33 to go in the third quarter, and we're 17 down.
A minimally penalized game today. 2 penalties for each team, total of 20 yards for each team.
From the 32.
First down, 5. Dogs on the 31-yard line, just outside of it, an inch or 2. 3 wideouts. We're in an I. And a quick handoff to Arnold. They're trying to run that hole at the tackle. He takes it all the way to the 21. He got 10 yards. He this time had to pick his way inside right tackle. The other time he went 19 yards for a score. Chris Young, the strong safety, got him. Arnold took it inside on the right side of the line again. And he got it about 9 or 10. First down just outside the 21. Dogs first down, knocking on the door, but they're 17 behind. 3 wideouts. We are in an I. Quincy handoff. Arnold trying to pick his way in the middle. No room. They'll knock him down on the 20. Got a yard and a half, maybe.
Number 30, Robert.
Kreisen, the nose tackle, 280-pound sophomore out of New Jersey. Cham to play up first. They're going to put it down in the 19. They give him a couple of yards. Gave him 2.5 yards. Second down. We're 17 points behind. Clock and stuff is not looking friendly. Got half a quarter to go here in the third. We're inside the 20. Second down, about 8. Slot to the right. Quincy back to throw. Looking, throws to a sideline, and the tight end first down and out of bounds inside the 10. Tillman, the cornerback, tackling Randy McMichael, who hooked out to the left. And that pass play was about 9 or 10 more yards, and it'll be a first down, and it's just inside the 9. Dogs have come flying down the field. 7 minutes and 18 seconds, but we're 17 points behind. Big slot to the right. Earlier today, we were 14 down. 1 back. And a quick handoff on a delay, and Arnold knocked down on the left side. Quincy trying to do a fake with receivers deep in the right, running back out right. Handed to Arnold, who was supposed to go left with 1 pulling lineman, and we lost ground on the play back to about the 12, I think. in the far right-hand corner of the stadium and in the shadows. It'll be second down on the 12.
Well, the pulling linemen were the key there. They both came from the right side and sealed off the left side, but Arnaud didn't get there quick enough, and the left end from Tech came all the way around the backside to drag him down.
4 wideouts, and they're spread very wide. One back. Quincy second down and goal to go. Fires in the middle off his hands. And, yes, pass interference. They knocked the receiver down. They knocked Jermaine Phillips down on the 2. The 2 safeties for Tech converging to hit him. And we may have another pass interference on Tech. We cut that man in the middle, momentarily coming open, and Tech knocked him down first. And so now we will be goal to go down closer, inside of the 5 instead of second down on the 12. After the penalty on Tech, we will be down on the 2-yard line, and it's goal to go there with 6:32 and a quarter. This drive is consuming a lot of time. 34-17. We are in an eye. Arnaud and Haynes deep. Jermaine Phillips in motion. Quick handoff, and Arnaud drives up the middle, a hole at right guard. It looked like he was going to run behind Haynes to the left, and Arnaud slashed back into the middle and got a touchdown, and it's 34-23, but that's 11 points. 6:29 left in the third quarter. Tech expected, I think, something else along the line of scrimmage, and we looked like we were going to do something else. Extra point now for Hap Hines. Set it down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 34-24. 10-point game.
You got to make a defensive play.
Take a time here on a 10-point deficit. 34-24.
The extra point from Hap Hines gives Georgia its 24th point of the game. Unfortunately, we're trailing Tech by 10. Here's Larry.
Chad Holloman will kick off. Here we are in the kind of game we said we could not win with these people. We're in a shootout. 34-24. We never, ever thought we had enough offense to stay on the field with them offensively. We are finding out we're 10 points down, 6:29 to go in the third quarter. Holloman hits a long, high, deep ball again. Tech's going to run this one out 3 yards deep. Campbell, the receiver, the 10, the 15, the 25, 28-yard line. Boy, he came flying up the field. They really have some speed. Pause for station identification here on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
Depend on Scott Slade, Atlanta's Morning News, only on News Talk 750 WSB. Atlanta's news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
Tech up to the line, and we barely got our defensive substitutes on the field there. They're in a hurry again. They have 4 wideouts, 1 back, and now Georgia called time. We didn't have enough guys, I don't believe. One member of our secondary called time. We were not set, and Tech was about to snap another quick play off on us. 6:18 left in the third quarter, and their lead is down to 10.
And we had 11. Arandis Grant was not happy with the 11 we had, though, or the formation, and he called timeout. He's over there talking to the coaches now. Test your sports skills and meet SEC stars at the SEC Fan Fair, December 3rd and 4th at the Georgia World Congress Center. Fan Fair features 100,000 square feet of interactive fun. Tickets are only $8. Don't miss the excitement of the SEC Football Championship at Fan Fair. That's this coming weekend, December 3rd and 4th. Fan Fair, where we're all about fun and games.
Georgia 24, Tech 34. Earlier we had 3 and they had 17, and then we caught them. And then Tech spurted it out again. We have not been able to stop them. Let there be no mistake about that. Tech will bring it up and put it in play on their own 28 with 6:18 left in the third quarter. There's been a lot of yardage in this third quarter. Tex Hamilton underneath. He brings an outside receiver in motion. He hands to the tailback, and we hit him right there. Somebody came in from behind and yanked at him.
Number 28.
And we're trying to... Arandis Grant was one of them. Boss Bailey. Adrien was in on the play. Ball on the 28, 2nd and 10. Tech in an eye with 2 wideouts. Hamilton fake back to pass. Dumps it out here. Complete. And Wansley rolled a block at Ed Wilder, knocked him down up around a 39. It might be a first down. Wansley made the play on a big receiver coming across. Ed Wilder, 255-pound fullback. He threw a block and knocked him down. They got about 11, though, on a first down.
From the 39.
Tech acting like they might come down the field again. They got 4 wideouts, and they run out quickly. One back. Hamilton underneath. They got the ball and 10 points. He wants to run the draw, and he's got a blocker, and he's got 10 yards quickly, and he got 15 before we knock him down on our 45-yard line. Capronetta to get him. Boy, you talk about a hole on a quarterback draw. He just pushed that blocker ahead of him and shot 15 before he could take a breath. And Tech's coming down the field again and just eating our defense alive.
They have 185 yards on the ground, over 410 in total offense, Larry.
Hamilton up to the line. Hamilton, one back, 4 wideouts. He's hollering at his receivers now like he's trying to change something. After the long count, he drops back and throws a long fade pattern down the right side, and interference. Receiver was trying to break away from our defender down on our 25-yard line. And our defender grabbed at his shoe as he dove at Kelly Campbell, who was trying to run by him. They were going to throw a long fade pattern to Campbell. Our guy grabbed his shoe from behind. Tech will have on an interference penalty, a first down close. Tech's coming down, trying to get more points.
Different defensive backfield, but looks like they saw the tape of the Auburn game.
4:55 to go in the third quarter. 34-24. They put it on the 30. Tech first down on a penalty. If old lady Luck doesn't not smile but chuckle pretty soon, we're dead meat. They're in an eye. 3 wideouts. They move in motion. Hamilton back to throw. Over on the left side, it is complete, and we miss one tackle, but we get the next one down to our 8-yard line. Des White juked one guy around the 14 and got another 5-6 yards. Almost scored. We knocked him down on the 7.5, and Tech's down there close. Goal to go again. A lot of points and a lot of yards, which they did to everybody all year, including, I might add, Florida State in the first game. Ball on the 7.5. 34-24. Tech leads late in the third quarter, trying to get that 17-point lead again. Hamilton hands off. He bounces outside the tackle, and the Dogs hit Sean Gregory and drive him down, but he took it to the 5. Kendrell Bell, one of the first guys that hit him.
He was tackled by number 37.
Tech has led this thing all day. Ball on the 5. Second down.
Gain of 2 yards. Second and goal from the 5.
We take one linebacker out, put another one in. Tech splits 2 men out. Got 3 backs. Back high. Hamilton underneath. Second down. Goal to go on the 5. Put a man in motion. He reverses to a man inside, and the Dogs lineman grabbed him and spin him out. Richard Seymour playing that well. Grabbed Kerry Watkins to split in. Now there's a fight after the play. One Tech guy wants to really continue the fight, and that's Watkins, the split end, who was involved on a handoff reverse.
And he may have just evened things up for the Dogs, because I think that penalty was going to be against one of the Georgia linemen, and Watkins going after our lineman, Marcus Stroud, may have evened things up on the personal fouls here.
Well, let's see what kind of a call we got now. Yeah, and boy, Stroud is really hot talking to the official, trying to claim, I'm sure the way he was retreating, that he was letting the other guy fight.
You know, a couple of hockey things come to mind. One is, why punch a guy with a face mask? And the other thing is, remember, the ref always hears the first hit and sees the second.
Uh-oh, they threw 2 players out. We've lost enough players today without having somebody thrown out the ball game. So who did they throw out? Their little receiver, Watkins, and we threw out our giant nose guy. Is that what we're doing? Let's see. We
lost Lucky, I think. Number 50 is who the initial fracas was was involved in the initial fracas. Dustin Lucky, and he's over on the sidelines.
That was the first fight. In other words,
the first fight.
This long fight down here right in front of us involving Stroud and the other guy.
Yeah, I don't think Stroud got tossed. I think the guy who kept punching at his face mask, the guy who's going to have the bloody hands tomorrow, is the one who got thrown out.
Stroud is really mad and begging his teammates to get tough. Third down on the 5. Goal to go. Tech trying to put the game away if they can. They slide a man in motion. He bootlegs back. He throws a pass. Touchdown over on the left on the goal line. Miller, our linebacker, hit him right there. But Angeluski caught a ball slanting right to left, running about a foot inside and across the goal line. And Tech jumps out 40-24. I've said it all week. I've never thought we could go shootout with him, and boy, we're going to find out now, because we've got to go shootout now. Tech will try the extra point. We are not lined up yet. Now we're in the line. Snap is set down. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and it's 41-24, and they've got that big 17-point lead. We still cannot stop them. They're 17 in front with 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Hamilton is having another brilliant game against us, and they have a fair amount of yards on the ground because they had 136 at the end of the half.
I'm sorry, Larry.
No,
Joe
sure.
Hamilton is now 18 for 23 for 280 yards. On the ground, Tech has approximately 185 yards. They are one of 2 teams in the nation to average more than 200 through the air and 200 on the ground per game. Arizona is the other one.
Tech will kick off. They've run it out 41-24. And for one horrible moment, you think in the coldness, how many points are they going to get? Tech will kick off. Man Jay from the 35. Milliken and Pass are the deep men.
Number 39, Brett Milliken.
Edwards is hurt and gone. Grant's been hurt and gone all day. Tech will kick off with a big 17-point lead. Very short, extremely high, by the way. Pass catches it on the 13-yard line looking up, slants over to his left side again, and takes it across and over to the 30. 3 or 4 times today he's caught kickoffs that way. Man, Tech's been kicking off all day and has tried to go over to the left each time.
He was tackled by number 67, Matthew Everett.
Tech will now try to protect a 17-point lead. There's plenty of time. Ball on the 30. Last time we were right about here, we came deep on it. Slot to the right, one back. Tech's in a 4-4. Quincy fakes, are coming on him, throws back to the left of the tight end. It is complete and got 8 or 9 yards. Javaris Johnson running right to left. Tillman, the cornerback, made the stop.
You know, Larry, in the pregame show, you asked Furman Bisher where you thought we were going to end up, and he said somewhere between 30 and 50s.
That's right, yeah, between the two of them, yeah.
And I didn't think that I'd ever hope he was right. Now I'm hoping he's right that we're going to end up between the 30s and the 50s.
Well, I don't know.
Holy smokes.
He reminded me that of the half in the men's restroom. He says, I told you, between the 30s and 50s. Yeah, one's in the 40s and one's in the 20s. 2nd and 2. We got 8 yards at the tight end. Pass takes it up the middle for a first down to the 44. He got about 6. Tillman, the corner, had to hit him again. Loran, what do you got?
Sounds like to me they're going to name a bathroom over here for you, Larry.
Ball on the 44. All this scoring, isn't this something? Wonder if the rules committee someday is going to sit down and just decide it's too much and make some kind of a change. Because the athletes get better and better and quicker and quicker. One running back. Quincy back to throw. First down on the 44. Right down the middle. And he missed a man breaking open. Threw it out in front of him. Thad Parker did not get there down around their 25 in time. There were 2 defenders. One behind him. One coming from way across field on the left. We are shy some receivers. LeBron Mitchell going to come in and try and help out. I don't know if Greer is hurt or not, but he was limping a little in the second quarter. Terrence Edwards is gone. We're 2nd down on the 44. 2:34 to go. We're trailing 41-24. We want points in the board before the end of this quarter. 2 wideouts. Fake. Goes to the left. Throws. Threw it over his head. The tight end as he crossed the 50 going to the far sideline. Quincy threw it too high to Johnson. Dogs don't want to sputter and die here. They've got to come down the field and score because they're 17 down. And Tech can apparently score from anywhere at any time. Greer is back in the ballgame. Thad Parker is back in the ballgame. We are sitting on our 44, and the Tech fans and students are really into it now. They are, I'm afraid, smelling a little blood. We're in a shotgun, and we better hurry. 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Shotgun on 3rd and 10. They're coming on Quincy, and they got him. He tried to duck a man and fell, but then the man was on him anyway, way back in the 33. Claybrooks, the big defensive end, coming off that right side. Quincy got sacked deep behind the line, about a dozen yards. 41-24.
Well, he took Jonas Jennings on that one, and Jennings limping right after the play. You could just see him, his quickness blow by the injured Jennings, who's been a warrior for us, but it couldn't stop Claybrooks blowing it off that side.
4th down, about 22 to go. We'll have to kick it away and give the ball back to Tech. Snap is okay. Kopp got a beautiful kick, long spiral. Tech's man drifts and drops the ball on the 21 and then dives, and then we dive on the 10, and I think we got the ball down around the 10 on the other end of the field. Tech has fumbled another punt. They fumbled one early and it rolled 19 yards and everybody touched it, but they got it. This time we got it. Well, we're 17 down. Jermaine Phillips was the guy that recovered it.
Wow.
Tech fumbled a beautiful high spiral. Kopp really got his foot into that ball. Now we're on to 10. Where I'm sitting, I have no television set to look at. I can't look at a replay.
Yeah, it was Phillips.
Now we break Greer out to the left side, and we break Mitchell. Parker out to the right. 1 back, a tight end standing. Quincy fakes and bootlegs off to the left, running, going to get to the 5, and is going to go down in the corner. And he got in there. Arnold threw a key block at him, Dick Payne tells me. He faked and then sprinted left. It wasn't an option out or bootleg, really. He slanted left, and Arnold laid him into the corner, and we're 41-30. 11 points with 94 seconds. He was really close to the pylon when he went out in that corner on that goal line. So Quincy scores, low snap, but they stick it up in there, and the kick is good, and now you're 41-31, but we're 10 down. See, you're not 1 touchdown down, you're down a touchdown and a half with 94 seconds to go.
Robert Arnaud was not the only one to seal the playoff with a great block down there, Larry. It was also Michael Greer who was leading the way, who does all those little things. He's not only a good possession receiver, he's a good downfield blocker, a guy who never gives up on the play, who understands his role, and for a little guy, drives a lot of power there to get Quincy to the corner of the end zone.
Tennessee has defeated Vanderbilt 38-10. West Virginia has defeated Pittsburgh 52-21. Those are finals. UMass and Furman in a big 1AA game are 23-23, and they are in the 4th quarter. 28-14 Arizona State over Arizona in the 3rd quarter on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard. Holloman will be kicking off. 94 seconds left here. In this 3rd quarter, it's 41-31. You don't think they could both possibly get into the 50s, do you? Has defense banished that much from America's great game? Holloman will kick off. Shadow's long on the field now, reaching out toward the kicker a little. In fact, he's going to kick off from the shade. He's standing in the sun. 1:34 in the 3rd quarter. Long, booming kick. Tech's going to retreat 5 yards deep, and they'll down the ball there. And Tech will come out and put it in play with 89 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Campbell took his knee down there. Oklahoma just scored. They lead Oklahoma State 7-0 in the 1st. Now the ball, the Dogs defense waved at the fans to try to get them in there. They want some support. The fans have been deliberately split up into segments far apart from each other, so there's no concentrated cheering, but there is down on that one end where the band is. There's more fans than usual there. Here's Tech on their own 20. And they've got 10 big points, 41-31. Hamilton, quick handoff and hands to the tail, only got a yard. Gregory straight ahead. He's had a pretty good day, Gregory has.
20 carries for 58 yards for Gregory, and you're hoping that this is the drive that Georgia's going to use these kickoffs into the end zone to its advantage. The Dogs have had the win this quarter and have backed Tech up on the kickoffs.
Robertson on the last tackle for the Dogs. A gain was a yard, barely a yard. Second down. Hamilton back to pass. Looking and through, and a juggling incomplete catch. Almost a great one-handed catch by Des White up around the 35 going out of bounds. Trying to bat the ball with one hand back to his chest. Burnett and Wansley trying to cover. He went for Des White. Now, at any moment, you know, he might go real long because he's throwing one big long bomb when they got behind us. Third down, 9. Tech on their own 20. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. 41-31. Tech's led all day. They've led 1,000 hours. Shotgun, Joe Hamilton. 3rd and 9, takes a snap, retreats to the 10. One man missed him, another miss. Throws in the run, the receiver dropped the ball on the 35. He threw a little low, but the receiver curled around. Kelly Campbell went down on one knee and had it and dropped it. It'll be 4th down. 47 seconds in the third quarter, and it's 41-31. And Tech will be punting. Dan Dyke, a sophomore from Florida.
When was the last time we stopped him on downs?
We did there, didn't we? We're trying to get one more player out on the field. Tech's in a punting formation. Snap high, and the kick is going to be short, I think. It hits bouncing and rolling. Got over the 50, though, and now it's rolling down across the 40 and going all the way to our 35. He got a real good 15, 16-yard bounce and roll on that ball. It was an end-over-end kick. Dogs will put it in play on their own 35 with 36 seconds in the third quarter, but we're 10 down, not 7, 10.
30-yard punt, 15 on the roll for Tech.
Boy, Kopp really got his foot in the one they fumbled a few minutes ago, and they gave us 7. Quincy just looked over to our students that are slivered down on this one left side where there's not much down below us, and jerked his arm and told him to get into it. Slot left, one receiver right. Tight end was lined up wrong, pass, and Quincy flipped him around to the other side. We're on the 35, the snap to Carter. They're coming. We run a slant pattern inside, incomplete. Off Phillips' hands as he slanted in left to right, coming across. And it'll be second down.
Ooh, Larry, I thought we looked lucky on that one. The linebackers and the defensive linemen all read that play and dropped back into the coverage on that little tunnel pass, try to Phillips.
And Mitchell, their linebacker, almost caught the ball before it hit the ground on an interception. Well, we're 10 points down with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. These two teams have played 1 hour in this third quarter. They're still playing. 2 wideouts, 1 running back. Second down. Carter retreats. Looking. Going to throw a long fade pattern. The receiver is not going to be there. It's deflected. The receiver trying to go up, but the defender was running right with him. Tillman running with Jermaine Phillips. Phillips leaped, but the ball was over his head. He got his hand on it, reaching, could only deflect the ball. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10 on our 35. 41-31, Tech leads. I wonder how many yards these two teams are going to have when the day is over between them. 3rd down, 10. We need 65 yards. We'd settle for 10.5. 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tech fans up really getting into it. They sense that they might stop us and make us kick it away. Snap to Carter. Man comes in and misses him. He decides to run. He throws on a run, and the tight end broke away and stumbles and might have a first down on the 48, Randy McMichael. But there's a flag down. Now watch that call. Where it is, I don't know. Could have a face mask. McMichael caught a ball up around the 42 or 3. Defender holding on. He kept jerking his leg away and got another 5 or 6 yards and got us a first down shy of the 50. But the officials are talking now, and let's see. Quincy Carter's up there with them.
Quincy did a nice job of sidestepping the rush as well.
They have momentarily put it down on the 49. What do we got? Penalty decline? Whatever it was, we declined it, which meant it must have been a 5-yarder. Back from the spot of the foul on the 43. We got a first down on the 49. We take the play. 13 seconds of clock running out here in the third quarter. They may not get a play off now. We're just across our own 49. 5 seconds left now in the third quarter. And we line up with 4 receivers, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Read about today's Tech game and the rest of college football and tomorrow's AJC. Georgia Tech 41, Georgia 31 as we start the fourth quarter. Tech 461 yards of total offense, Georgia 328. Hamilton is 18 of 25 for 280 and 3 touchdowns. Quincy Carter is 20 of 36 for 258 and a touchdown with an interception. Hamilton leads Tech on the ground with 87 yards, 367 yards of total offense today for Joe Hamilton. And the Jackets, after Georgia had only allowed 19 points in the third quarter, Kim, coming into this game, Tech erupted for 17 third quarter points. And now this is Georgia's best offensive quarter of the year. 96 of their 260 points have been scored in the fourth. And it's first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 49-yard line as we get ready to start the fourth and final 15-minute period. The emotion and the momentum has been swinging back and forth all afternoon, Kim.
Really has. Tech looked like they were really going to take control when they stopped Georgia on a sack and forced a punt, but Marvius Hester muffed the ball. The kick was recovered by a punt was recovered by Georgia at the 10. Got a penalty down there on the goal line, and then Carter went in for the touchdown. So Georgia got right back in it to close it 41-31, and we're set to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball on the Georgia 49-yard line where they'll put it in play there.
Kim, Georgia Tech has scored 40 or more against Georgia only 5 times entering today. 1990, of course, 40-23. 1951, 48-6. 1944, 44-0. 1943, 48-0. And in 1905, 46-0. All wins for Georgia Tech. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Arnott the lone setback. First and 10 for Quincy Carter. Dropping straight back. Carter out here in the flat. Incomplete, intended for McMichael, the tight end. Jeremy Myers covering.
Good coverage that time by the freshman Jeffrey Myers. McMichael in the flat. Myers right on his heels. Ball was thrown out in front of him a little bit. Had his hands on it. Couldn't hold it. Incomplete, second and 10 from the Georgia 49.
Kim, Georgia's almost only ran the ball 7 times in the third quarter. Single receivers. The tight end McMichael, a wing back to the left. He's in motion. Here's Carter dropping back. Marker goes down. Tech may be offsides. Intercepted, but it may be nullified. Coming here to the near side is Marvius Hester, and he'll be brought down at the 45, but Tech may be offsides.
I believe they are. I think, I don't know who that was that jumped. Was it Clay Brooks?
Clay Brooks.
May have jumped offsides, and that's going to nullify a huge interception.
In the neutral zone, 5-yard penalty repeat.
Boy, Tech has really shot themselves in the foot here this afternoon with a muffled punt. There they had the interception, which not only would stop the Georgia drive, but put them in excellent field position. And Clay Brooks a little jumped the gun, got off sides, 5-yard penalty, make it 2nd and 5 from the Tech 46.
TV replay, tough to tell. Looked like he might have gotten back. 2nd and 5 now. Scenario wipes the interception off the board. Georgia now. Tight end to either side. Lone back Arnott with 2 receivers. Carter on a draw. Quincy sneaking across the 35, diving to the 33. Chris Young makes the stop. 13-yard gain for Carter and a first down.
Quarterback draw that time, and Carter again didn't waste any time as he took it off upfield and spun all the way down to the 33, a pickup of 13 yards.
Well, now as Georgia works toward that north end zone, here's where George O'Leary talked about getting the crowd back into it. They've been a factor every time the opponent's gone to that north end zone this year, Kim. Phillips Williamson, Parker to the left. McMichael splits out wide now to the right. Sanks the lone back. Carter looks to throw. Out in the flat. Caught by Sanks. And he got through one tackle. Split another one down to about the 22 and a first down for Sanks. Chris Edwards made the stop. The screen pass has been a good play for Georgia. It goes for 11 yards that time.
Tech looked like they had men in position to make the hit that time. Hester came up in the cornerback position. Looked like he could have stopped Sanks for a loss, but he broke that tackle and spun down to the Tech 22. Another pickup of a first down for Georgia. So Georgia driving with a clock under 14 minutes here in the fourth. Tech leads 41-31.
Sanks stays in the lone back. McMichael, the tight end, will work to the right. Here's Carter on first down across the middle. Caught Javaris Johnson, and he'll be spun around and dropped at the 15-yard line by Jeremy Myers. It'll be a pickup of 7. So Johnson with another catch. It'll make it second down and 3.
Johnson just came and set over the middle. They popped him with a ball. Tech closed on him, but a pickup of 7.
Hester comes out. Tech makes a change in the secondary, bringing Jamar Clark in. Phillips will go to the right. McMichael and Thad Parker here to the left. Sanks the lone setback. 4-man front for Tech. Carter on an option, pitched it to Sanks. 10, 5, Sanks, touchdown, Georgia. Jasper Sanks, 15 yards for a touchdown, and Georgia is pulled to within 4. We'll try to make it 3 if they can knock the extra point through with 13 minutes to play.
8-play drive, 65 yards, key play. Tech jumped off sides, got the interception. Georgia got it back, took it on down and scored.
Hap Hines from the center of the field for the point after. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it's good. Timeout on the field. 13 minutes to go in Atlanta, and it's back to a 3-point game. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the Bulldogs have them to within 3 back after the Lumberjacks of UNA. I'd say by the time they got to Statesboro, they're plumb tuckered out. Well, momentum clearly with the visitors now. Georgia trailing 3 after Tech led 41-24, and the fumble punt, Kim, has really changed the course of the game. Tech's got to try and answer now.
Need a score here on this possession.
Chad Holloman to kick it away into a bit of a breeze. The flags around the goalpost at the north end aren't moving, but the ones at the south end are a little. Here is Holloman. High end over end kick. And Kelly Campbell a yard deep in the end zone. Campbell 15. Campbell 20. Outside 25, and that's no more. Downfield handled by J.R. Jenkins, a redshirt freshman from Lake Butler, Florida. So Tech goes to work with 12:49 to play, leading 41-38. First and 10 for the Jackets. From their 25, well, they give him the 23, I'm sorry. Campbell must have stepped out. Let's call it the 24. Gregory the lone back. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Hamilton drops back. Joe shoots it out in the flat. Caught Campbell 30. Eludes one tackle. Oh, couldn't quite spin away from Wansley, who brought him down at the 32. Tim Wansley, sophomore from Buford, makes the stop.
Tim Wansley.
Let's call it second down, 2 yards to a first down at the Tech 32.
8 yards. Second down at 2.
Campbell faked as if he was going deep downfield and then just spun it outside and wide open. Georgia playing off of him a little bit, and Hamilton hit him with a good throw.
Jackets go to the slot. Myers to the left. Campbell here to the right against Jamie Henderson. Hamilton brings White toward him in motion. Straight ahead with Sean Gregory for a first down. Gregory plowing to the 35-yard line. Seymour makes the stop. First down and 10. Tech will be more than content here, Kim, just to burn some clock and have some points to show for it. Andrzejewski has come in. Myers has come out. Tech returns a tight end to the left side, right side. Single receiver Campbell now on first and 10. Henderson pressing up on Kelly Campbell. Hamilton will pitch. This is Will Glover, and cannot get away from Wansley, who rolled over with the coverage, played it nicely, and a loss of about a half yard on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 11 back at the Tech 34. He was tackled just before he got to the 35.
Good defense by Tim Wansley coming up from his cornerback position and tackling Glover on the pitch for no gain.
So the Jackets, 2nd and long. Hamilton with 4-man front for Georgia. Drops back. Pressure coming. Incomplete. Campbell wasn't even looking for it. And it was intended for Campbell, and it's quickly 3rd down and 11.
Had Campbell on the blitz, Georgia blitz that time, man coverage, and they had Campbell coming from his right to his left underneath. He was open, but I don't think he ever picked the ball up, Wes. Incomplete throw.
Well, Georgia Tech today is 5 of 11 in 3rd downs. Georgia is 3 for 12. Tech's got to convert one here. Hamilton goes to the shotgun. A lot of cushion by Wansley at the corner spot. Hamilton under pressure. Joe sneaking around, and we'll get to about the 40. Pick up a 6 will make it 4th and 5. Stroud ran him down from behind.
He was tackled by number 99, David Jacobs.
So Tech is 5 of 12, and Georgia trying to fight from behind here. Now we'll see Dan Dyke come on to put it away.
Clock at 10:45 and running. Tech up 41-38.
Dyke waits on the snap. Pass stands at the Bulldog 20. Snap. There's the spiral by Dyke. Pass will make the catch. Head to the far side, 20. Looking for the corner, and it'll be pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line by John Myers and Travaris Tillman. Timeout on the field. Terrell Vieira came up limping on the play for Georgia. We get a break in the action. 10:24 to go. 3-point lead for the Jackets. Back after this on the Georgia Tech ISP Sports Network.
Another busy day at Metro Atlanta shopping malls. A report after the game on WGST Atlanta Canton.
With Kim King, West Durham at Bobby Dodd Stadium at historic Grant Field, downtown Atlanta. It's 41-38 in favor of Georgia Tech with 10:24 to go. Georgia has built momentum since Tech fumbled a punt after a 4th and 22 for the Bulldogs. Georgia went in one play later, and the Bulldogs have added another touchdown at the start of the quarter to get to within 3 and now have the ball back. Pass the lone setback, Carter to throw, out in the flat, pass incomplete. He looked up and saw Ross Mitchell coming, couldn't hang on. It's 2nd and 10. Georgia went back to one of those bread and butter plays right on 1st down there, Kimbrough.
It is just, it's more like a little toss sweep, even though it's a pass. They ran a pass to the left and tried to get the ball quickly to him, but Ross Mitchell read it and was coming upfield, and I think you're right. I think he took his eyes off, incomplete.
Parker to the near side. Johnson. And another receiver, Phillips, to the far side. Here's Carter downfield, and that is caught. Javaris Johnson for a 1st down at the 37. Held on to it just by the fingertips. Chris Edwards shoved him out of bounds.
Well, good reception by Johnson. Made a great catch over there in front of the Georgia bench.
Johnson, a junior, 6'6", 258 out of Anniston, Alabama. So 10 minutes, 13 seconds to go. 3-point lead for Tech. We figured we'd have another tight fit, and it looks that way. Single back Sanks, 1st and 10, 4 wide for Georgia. Give to Sanks, picking his holes. 40, 45, 48, 49 goes Jasper Sanks. Tillman and Young ride him down. Just a little dive play for Sanks. A dozen in 1st down.
Tech's got an injured man down.
Tony Robinson, the redshirt junior from Soperton, Georgia, is the man who's down.
Number 93, Tony Robinson, shaking up on the play.
12 yards for Sanks. He's got 40 yards now on 9 carries. And a touchdown, the 15-yarder a moment ago. I say moment ago, about 3 minutes on the game clock ago. And and we get a timeout on the field. Let's take it with them. 41-38. Georgia's got it first and 10 at their 49. When we go, Georgia's got it first and 10 at its 49. 46,450, Kim, the largest since reconfiguration of the stadium in 1986. Looking on here at Bobby Dodd Stadium today.
Not a soul's left, Wes. They've gotten their money's worth here. 79
once
points.
Again, huh?
79 points scored in this contest.
Quincy Carter sends Johnson to the right. McMichael, Phillips, and Parker to the left. Sanks the back. Carter on an option. Pitched it to Sanks. And he will scramble across midfield to about the 47-yard line. Tillman made the stop on Jasper Sanks. Let's call it second down 6.
26, Tavares Tillman.
Ball into Tech territory at the 47. 9:32 to go. Crowd has gotten very quiet here at times in this fourth quarter. Parker and Phillips to the left with Javaris Johnson split to the right. McMichael also off the formation. Here's Carter again on the option. He'll pitch. Sanks has got it, and he will scramble to about the 43, maybe the 42.
Number 28, Jasper Sanks.
Pick up a 5 will make it 3rd and 1. Young and Wimbush make the stop.
Boy, it looked like Tech had that option played well with Sanks, but he stretched it out there and got very close down the Tech 42-yard line, about a yard shy of that first down.
Jonas Jennings is hurt. Young man from College Park. Going to try and stay in the game. Now they're going to stop the clock. And very quickly, Alex Jackson, 6'4", 318 freshman from Quincy, Florida, comes in to replace him. And Jim Donnan and Quincy Carter steps over there quickly to check the play while they help Jennings off the field. Greer and pass will come on. Sanks will go out. 3rd and 1 at the 42 of Georgia Tech. Georgia's 3 for 12 today on 3rd down. Greer to the right. Parker to the left. 2 tight ends, both to the right. Now they're flopping back to the left. McMichael back to the right. Carter pitches to pass. He wants to throw. Out there's Greer, and it is caught at the 11-yard line. Patrick pass to Michael Greer. 31 yards, and Travaris Tillman is the injured Yellow Jacket at the 10-yard line.
Wes, they fooled Tech then. They had 2 Tech defenders back there. Tillman was one of them. Looked like they were in position to make the play, but Greer went up and made a great catch. More importantly, got Georgia a 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. Clock is stopped at 8:15 here while Tillman's being worked over. Well, they're going to mark the ball outside the 10. I'm sorry, just shy of the 10-yard line. So theoretically, Georgia still could get the first down, but big, huge play on 3rd and short.
And Tillman still being attended to. Let us step aside quickly. We'll return to Atlanta. 41-38, but Georgia's got it 1st and 10 at the field under his own speed. I'm not sure if Travaris just got maybe the wind knocked out of him or something like that. He's not favoring anything. Chris Young was battling Greer for it, and he might have hit Tillman in all that collision. Give Greer credit. He hung on in heavy traffic there, Kim.
Yeah, he's a great possession receiver. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but good hands and gutty player, and went up and just made a great catch.
Well, Quincy Carter has Sanks to his left. He sends 2 guys to the left, 1 to the right from a shotgun. Here's Carter. Tries to counter back. Angling outside. Jeremy Myers will drag him down out of bounds at the 9. Only 2 yards for Carter.
He was brought down by number 20.
2nd down and 8 at the Tech 9. Jackets leading by 3, 41-38 with 7:44 and counting.
And 1 yard.
Well, we're going to the wire again, Kimbrough.
Absolutely. Georgia's come right back in here. That muff punt and recovery at the Tech 10, and then Carter going for the touchdown. Turn this game around. Georgia got right back in it.
4 receivers for Quincy Carter with Sanks the setback. Give is to Sanks. Up the middle to about the 6. Claybrooks, Mitchell make the stop.
Number 28, Jasper Sanks on the carry.
Be 3rd down and right out about 5 yards for a first down. Corey Collins comes in. Ross Mitchell comes out. They're still looking over Travaris Tillman down below here on the west side. Randy McMichael, the tight end's gone out. Parker to the right. Phillips and LeBron Mitchell here to the left. Carter from a shotgun. Quincy to his right, looking for Parker. Did he have it? No, out of bounds. Hester defending. Parker tried to hook it right there in the corner of the end zone, and now it's 4th and 5.
They're going to kick the field goal, Wes, and tie the game up. 6:40 to go. Tech has 3 timeouts, Georgia 2. Tech has stopped what appears to be a Georgia drive here at the 6, and it looks like they'll call on Hap Hines to kick a field goal.
23-yard attempt coming for Hines. Wincop holds. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good inside the left upright. We're tied at 41 with 6:36 to play in Atlanta. Back after this. On the Georgia, 2 teams here today, Kim, have combined for right at about 900 yards of offense.
82 points.
Yep. 41-41 with 6:36 to go. Kelly Campbell, Will Glover deep. Chad Holloman to kick it away.
Story of the game, West. Tech looked like they were going to run away with this ball game. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Tech went up 41-24 on a Konrad Andrzejewski 5-yard pass reception for a touchdown. But Hester, Marvis Hester, after Tech had stopped Georgia, muffed a punt at the Tech 10. Quincy Carter scored. Then Georgia scored after they went 65 yards in 8 plays in the fourth quarter. Saints got a 15-yard touchdown run, and then Hap Hines just kicked a 23-yard field goal. 17 unanswered points, and Georgia has gotten right back here with Tech, evened it up 41-all.
Well, the Jacket offense, which went 5 plays and out in its last possession, now will get it back with a tie game. Here's Chad Holloman to the football. High, deep. Campbell 2 yards deep from the end zone. Kelly 15, 20, 25, Campbell 30, 35, knocked out of bounds going up the far sideline. Let's see where they mark him out. I think at the 34-yard line. And Campbell is down. Running it into the Georgia bench across the way. And Jay Shoup is quickly to Kelly Campbell.
That would be a big blow to lose Kelly Campbell, because as we've talked so much about Tech's offense, they usually put Des White to one side of the field and Kelly Campbell to the other. And the speed of both those guys really keeps the defense from keying on one or the other, and that opens things up for the passing game. And so Campbell being looked at, still down, and play has been stopped. Joe Hamilton will walk over there and check on Campbell. Clock is stopped here at 6:25 again in the fourth quarter. It's all tied at 41. Georgia was down 17 and has come right back to tie this game up.
And as Hamilton approached the Bulldogs sideline, his friend, except for today, Quincy Carter, stepped over with a word. Joe peeking around down around the chains, and they've helped Campbell up.
Wes, Tech has 3 timeouts left. Georgia has 2 timeouts. Key offensive series for Georgia Tech. They have not played poorly. I don't want to suggest that, but in their last possession, as you pointed out, only 5 plays, and then they punted to Georgia down at their 25, which Georgia proceeded to drive right down and get some points. And doesn't look good for Kelly Campbell. He's being helped off, and looks like he's got a tender leg.
Left ankle, it looks like, Kim, maybe, huh?
Something along those lines. So that
we'll check on it. See what the preliminary indication is. Clay Farr, Jay Shoup helped Campbell off the field.
what makes it even more difficult, Wes, you have to go back and remember that Kerry Watkins is out of the game.
Right, ejected. Back on that play with Dustin Lucky. Hamilton on 1st and 10 with a single back Wilder. Joe looks to throw. Resch coming, throws, and it is incomplete, and it's intercepted by Cat Burnett on a deflection. Cat Burnett comes up with an interception. John Myers tried to control it going down, and all of a sudden Georgia's got it back.
Right at the Tech 46-yard line. And boy, you talking about a big play by Barnett. They threw the little post pattern to Myers. He was juggling the ball. As he went down, the ball went up. Burnett intercepted it. Georgia's right back on offense.
6:17 to go. Another acrobatic interception by the Bulldogs. Last week, Terrell Vieira saved them against Ole Miss. Now Georgia's got it in momentum. 4 receivers. Sanks the lone back. Tie game with 6:17 to play. Carter shoots it out in the flat. Johnson pushed out of bounds by Wimbush at the 40.5. Oh, heavens. It'll be 2nd down and 4.5. Tech, who led by 17.
6 yards.
Was getting the ball back. The fumble. Georgia 17 unanswered points. Tied it up. We're at 41 all, and the Jackets' first turnover. Carter drops back, shoots it right, caught, and that is Johnson again for a first down, shoved out of bounds at the 33. Pick up a 7, 1st and 10. Kim, we've seen the dangest plays today, haven't we?
Really have. Tech 2 key turnovers. That one, Myers looked like he might make a sensational catch, but bobbled it up in the air. Cap Burnett made the interception, and the Hester muff punt down on the Tech 10-yard line have been the 2 key plays that have given Georgia excellent opportunities. They converted on the muff punt, and they've got a chance to get some points here. Clock at 6:07 and stopped on the out-of-bounds play.
41 all. 4 receivers. Here's Carter giving to Sanks. Tries the right side and will be stacked up as he approaches the 30-yard line. Clay Brooks and Wimbush in the mix on it for Georgia Tech. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Ricardo Wimbush.
Boy, oh boy. Bierwin Eccles comes out. Carter goes all the way across the field. Jim Donnan giving him the play directly with 5:35 to go. Campbell is questionable the rest of the way. It is a sprained left ankle. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Carter from a shotgun. Quincy moving here to his left. Looks, shoots it, fires it, batted in the air by Clay Brooks, but incomplete. Young and Mitchell were in the neighborhood, and the intended pass for Johnson. 3rd down and 6.
Great play by Claybrook that time. Carter rolling to his left, trying to throw in the flat. Claybrook got his hand up, tipped the ball. Chris Edwards had a chance to make the interception, couldn't quite make the adjustment.
3rd and 6. 5:19 to go.
Watch the tight end, Wes. Carter has had a tendency to go to his tight ends on 3rd down and short on his possession plays. He's looking over the Georgia bench. He's going to take a timeout.
Timeout asked for by the Bulldogs. 5:19 to go and a 41-all game. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Georgia at the Tech 30-yard line when play resumes with 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go, and the ball game is tied at 41-all. Georgia tied the game on a 23-yard field goal by Hap Hines. Kelly Campbell ran the kickoff back to the 34, an injured ankle, and on 1st down, Joe Hamilton tried to go to John Myers. The ball was deflected as Myers was going down. Cap Burnett intercepted it. Georgia's moved it 16 yards to the 30 for this very, very important play. Quincy Carter has Georgia huddled. It's 3rd down and 6. The Bulldogs with the ball on the far hash are 4 out of 14 today on 3rd down. Kim, you say tight end, huh?
That's who they've been going to when they really need a possession reception.
Carter from his shotgun. McMichael, the tight end, wide right. Quincy will throw. Does, and it is caught by Javaris Johnson, who's going to go into the end zone for the Georgia leads with 5:12 to go, 47-41.
Tight end West just did a little sideline pattern, and Carter hit him. He broke a tackle, went in, just barely got it, but he got the touchdown. Clock is stopped at 5:12 to go.
The touchdown pass is 30 yards to make it a 7-point game. Hines point after is good. Timeout on the field. 5:12 to go. Tech now trails. 24 unanswered points by Georgia has put them ahead by a touchdown. 24 straight points by the Bulldogs. It's 48-41 with 5:12 to go, and the Bulldogs set to kick it away. Des White has come in to spell Kelly Campbell, who's injured, on kickoff return. High end-over-end kick. White's going to get a chance from the far corner at the 2-yard line. Des 20, 25, White 30, knocked out of bounds up at the 32-yard line. So with 5:02 to go, it's 1st and 10 for Tech. And it's 30, let's see where they spot it, 32-yard line.
Wes, this is the first time in the ball game that Georgia Tech has trailed Georgia. They've been tied several times, but never behind. So Joe Hamilton will put things in play at the 32. Tech has 3 timeouts.
White to the left, Glover and Myers to the right. Wilder and Gregory in an eye. Georgia shows blitz. Hamilton pitches to Gregory. Sean turns the corner and stretches to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 8. Orantis Grant makes the stop. 2nd down and 2. 4:48 counting. Another wild ball game with the Dogs and Jackets, Kim. White will go to the left. John Myers and Will Glover here to the right. High with Wilder and Gregory on 2nd and 2. Wansley and Henderson, the corners, back off. Here's Hamilton pitching to Gregory. 1st down and more, and he is collared as he breaks the 45 to the 46 by Richard Seymour. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Tech 46. 2 plays, 14 yards for Georgia Tech, all on the ground so far. They'll set the chains, and the clock will start with 4:22 to go. 48-41. Wilder and Gregory staying in the eye. White will go left. Glover and Myers here to the right. Georgia getting a lot of cushion again. Hamilton on a play action. Joe hit as he throws, and that is caught by Glover in Georgia territory at the 39-yard line. Tim Wansley makes the stop. Heck of a grab by Glover, and Hamilton delivering it while standing up in the pocket there, Kim.
And he took a big shot that time by, I think it was Seymour or Stroud, really put the hit on him right when he let that ball go. Nevertheless, 1st down Tech in Georgia territory.
Wilder and Gregory staying in the eye. Myers will go left. White to the right in the boundary this time. Hamilton drops back. White's there. Dez is alone, and it's caught to the 7-yard line. First and goal for Georgia Tech at the Bulldogs 7 with 3:45 to go.
Had Wansley biting that time on the fake, and he ran Des White up the sideline. And if it had been thrown a little bit more inside, it's touchdown, but a great catch by White at the 7 of Georgia. 32-yard reception.
3:38 counting to go. Wilder in the wishbone with White and Gregory, the halfbacks. Hamilton on 1st and goal. Here's Joe coming on the option. He's going to step out of one tackle and fall forward to about the 5. There's an injured Yellow Jacket on the play, and it's Sean Gregory who's slow to his feet.
Wes, this is where you want that clock to run down. That's right. 3:06 and running. Georgia only has 1 timeout left, and Tech wants to use some time down here. They don't want to pull the ball too quickly.
2:57 to go. 48-41 Georgia. Myers goes to the left. White to the right. Wilder and Gregory split back behind Hamilton. Play action. Out in the flat. Gregory dropped it incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
Boy, he has touchdown if he makes the catch. A little swing pass after faking inside, but Gregory couldn't hold the ball. Incomplete, and that stops the clock. So 3rd and 5.
Well, Tech's in 4-down territory, needless to say.
Got to score a touchdown here.
Glover and Myers to the left. White to the right. Pretty awkward formation. Trying to spread Georgia out. Here's Hamilton sprinting left. Throws end zone. Caught! Will Glover! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! He held on. Jamie Henderson lowered the boom, but the true freshman from Tampa hangs on for the touchdown.
Didn't take him but 7 plays to go 68 yards. Hamilton to Glover, the freshman. Tech's got a chance to tie it right here.
Monjay's point after will lock it up. Snap spot, kick is up, it's good. Timeout on the field. 2:37 to go. 48 all when we continue after this. 2:37 to go, tied at 48. Joe Hamilton has tied Sean Moore in career touchdowns responsible. He's thrown 4 touchdowns today, giving him 83 responsible in his career, tying the former great Cavalier. Monjay to kick it off. Luke aims it left. Oh, my heavens, it's out of bounds.
Oh, me, oh, my. Boy,
oh, no. Flashback.
I know one guy's not going to be happy. It's George O'Leary.
Ball on the 35.
First and 10 for Georgia at its 35 with 2:32 to go. I think Tech will start this in the nickel, if I'm not mistaken.
Keep in mind now, Wes, Georgia with 2:32, they've only got 1 timeout left. Tech has 3.
5 DBs, I was right. Kick went out of bounds. 48 all. Sanks the lone back, 4 receivers. 2 to either side. Carter on first down, sprints right, pumps, now throws the deep ball for Phillips, and it is out of bounds, incomplete.
Georgia wanted the flag, but Phillips with the receiver was out of bounds. There was contact, but he was already out of bounds, and incomplete pass.
Hester was covering for Tech, stops the clock with 2:25. Ricardo Wimbush is calling the defensive signals. He gets them from Dave Salazzo here on the near sideline.
Wes, I hate to keep saying it. Watch Georgia's tight end.
Right.
That's who they like to go to.
Tech bench wants this crowd into it. 2nd and 10 for the Dogs. Carter going to throw again. Quincy across the middle. It is incomplete. Johnson, the tight end, couldn't hang on.
Boy, he was there on a post pattern over the middle. Nobody there. And the big tight end, Javaris Johnson, just couldn't hold on to it. Tech got a lucky break there, incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. Clock is stopped with 2:20 to go in this contest.
Georgia 5 of 15 on 3rd down, converted their last one for a touchdown.
Should I say it again, Wes? Watch the tight end.
I'm hearing you on that one, brother. 48 all. Carter from the shotgun, looking right, throws, and it is incomplete.
Got a flag. And a flag comes in.
Broke it up.
Wes, the official on top of the play, did not throw a flag. The flag came all the way back from the official down the field, and they're going to give Georgia a 1st down here. There was a lot of contact. The ball popped loose. The official right on the call up at the 45-yard line did not make the call. The guy that threw the flag was the one that was up around the Tech 40 who came in late after the play was over. So Georgia will keep the drive alive. They'll get the ball at the Tech 45, and most importantly, they get a 1st down. Clock at 2:13.
Now you got to start thinking about timeouts. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Carter drops back, out in the flat. This is pass, running here to the near side, and loses his balance after picking up maybe a yard to the 46. Watson chased him down. 2:04 to go, 2nd down and 9. Ball at the Bulldog 46. Tie game at 48 between Tech and Georgia. starts, play clock that is, they called pass out of bounds. He comes out of the ball game. Robert Arnott, who's got 2 touchdowns today running, will stay in. 2 to the right, tight end split off. McMichael here to the left. Carter will sprint right. Looks, deep ball is there. Looking for Phillips, overthrown, incomplete. Young in coverage, stride for stride with Jermaine Phillips. And we're back to 3rd down at 9, Kim. 1:56 to go.
Carter just let that one go long, and Chris Young and Javaris Tillman back in coverage over everybody's head. So ball at the Georgia 46-yard line. 1:56 to go in the contest. Both teams tied at 48.
3rd down.
Again, Georgia 1 timeout, Tech 3 timeouts.
46.
Well, Carter sends Parker to the right, Phillips to the left, tight ends are to the right side.
Oh, no.
Flag on Tech, free play for Georgia. Loads for Phillips, incomplete. Tech was offside. Claybrooks.
Second time Claybrooks has jumped off sides to cause Tech. That was an incomplete pass, but Georgia's going to get another shot at it, and that's going to move the ball
5-yard penalty
across
offside. Repeat, 3rd
the
down.
midfield stripe to the Tech 49-yard line, still shy of the 1st down. Now they're going to put it at the 48.
Third down and 5 or 4. Long 4, short 5. 1:50 to go.
Gotta watch the tight end. I keep saying that, but that's who Quincy Carter has gone to time and again when he needed a big pass reception. They got both tight ends in the ball game.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Carter's got to hurry. Clock winding down, got it just snapped. He'll pitch it away. This is pass. 1st down and more to the 34-yard line of Georgia Tech.
Boy, you don't think that's not huge. That 1st down.
That's big. 14 yards on the carry off the option. 1st and 10, just inside the 35. Now they're working toward Wincop's or Hap Hines' range, Kim.
Clock is at 1:39. Now ticking, 1:36 and running.
Hines has hit a 54-yard field goal twice in his career, his longest. 1:28 to go, 48 all. Carter, play action, rolling right, looks back, underneath, and it's caught in traffic by McMichael with Tillman right there with him. I'm still wondering why Georgia is throwing the football. Now timeout is taken by Georgia Tech with 1:08 to go, stopping the clock. 2nd down and 4 at the 28 of Georgia Tech. Georgia scored 24 unanswered points, Kim, to take a 48-41 lead when they converted a 3rd and 6 on a touchdown pass to tight end Javaris Johnson. Tech came right back and went 68 yards in 7 plays in 2:25, with Hamilton hitting Will Glover for the score. Georgia has been the beneficiary of 2 Tech penalties here in this drive to keep it alive. One, a 3rd and 10 on an incomplete pass that was ruled pass interference. And then Claybrooks jumped the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 9 that kept it alive to a 3rd and 4, and they optioned to Patrick pass for 14. So here we are once again with these 2 schools approaching the final minute in a tight ball game. And it is really amazing the way the last now 3 ball games have gone between these 2.
Right down to the wire. The last 4 years, 15 points total has separated the scoring for both these teams.
And 4 of the last 5, really, because in 95, Parkman knuckleballed the field goal.
Right.
Through. Well, Georgia, 2nd and 4. I formation now behind Carter. They may run it here. There's Sanks just diving down, and Gathers made the stop at the 28. No gain and a quick timeout call. So it's 3rd down and 4 now for Georgia with 61 seconds left. Tech calls another timeout. And I think Jim Donnan's playing here for Hap Hines. Kim, that's the only thing I can gather with it 3rd down, and they're calling it 3, so they give Sanks a yard to the 27. Tech uses its 2nd timeout, each school now with 1 remaining. Joe Hamilton and the offense were down toward the south end. Now they move and huddle around Ralph Friedgen.
West from where the ball is now would be about a 45-yard field goal, so that's in his range.
Oh, yeah.
He had 4 against Ole Miss last week, several of them 40-yarders, so he's got the leg to do that. There's really not a breeze or wind to speak of to have any effect on the kick, so I'm like you. I think Georgia keeps the ball on the ground here. If they get the 1st down, then they'll take it, of course, with 1:01 to go. But if they don't, they'll run half-pine zone to try the game winner.
Well, 3rd down and a long 3 for the Dogs. They've got to get to nearly the 24-yard line for the 1st down. Ball's actually just resting outside or inside the 28. Carter with Vernon Hayes and Sanks behind him. Now he'll bring McMichael to the left side. Here's the give, and it is Sanks, and he's going to have a 1st down, and inside the 15 to the 14. Jasper Sanks turns for the 1st down, and it's 1st and 10, and an injured Tech player. The ball is at the Jacket 14-yard line. Georgia now 8 of 18 in 3rd downs today. The injured player is Ross Mitchell.
Clock is stopped at 52 seconds here with the ball just inside the 15-yard line of Tech. So Ross Mitchell down. Georgia on 3rd down and 4. They ran Sanks right up the middle and broke a couple of tackles. Got a huge 1st down for Georgia. So ball's right in the middle of the field. Look for them to just run it. Tech has only got 1 timeout left, so they can only stop it 1 time. And then they'll bring on Hines unless they've been able to convert another 1st down.
Mitchell is holding his right shoulder, it looks like. Hard to tell from here. Or he's either holding his left arm up there for support, maybe his left shoulder, but nonetheless, Ross walking off the field. 52 seconds left. 1st and 10 for Georgia at the Tech 14. Game clock starts, 50 seconds left. Carter will certainly take his time here. Georgia's got to feel real good about where they are now, Kim.
Yeah, they're going to be very cautious. They'll run the ball because they feel like they're easily in half-Hines distance. They won't. They'll just go right inside the tackles.
McMichael flops. 1st down give. Sanks breaks a hole to the 5. To the 1 goes Jasper Sanks. 2-yard line is where they step it off. 1st and goal. Quincy Carter dancing out at about the 13-yard line. And with 20 seconds left, I'm surprised Georgia's not setting up for a field goal. They want the touchdown, Kim. And now Al Ford stops play with 13 seconds left. And now what's happened? Carter was headed to the east side to get a word from Jim Donnan.
Georgia will just spike it here. Clock at 13. It'll start.
Carter gives to Sanks. Into the stack. He doesn't get it.
Georgia calls timeout.
No, Tech is out of there with the football. Chris Young came out of the mix. Did they rule Sanks down? They did.
Tech got the ball.
Oh, Tech's got the football.
Tech got the ball.
Georgia ran the ball into the alley. And Sanks, did he cough it up?
Tech got the ball. The official ruled Tech got the ball.
Tech's got the football. Oh, my goodness.
You talking about the play of the game, Wes.
Oh, heavens. What in the world? Brother, I have seen it all.
I want to see it.
Oh, my goodness. it. A little controversy. 9 seconds left. Hamilton will just sneak it. This game is going to overtime. This game is going to overtime at 48 all.
My goodness, talking about having 9 lives, Georgia Tech, West, was dead. All Quincy Carter had to do is spike the ball or use the timeout, stop the clock, and get their field goal kicker. They tried to run the ball for the touchdown. They wanted to run the deadgum touchdown as opposed to play for the sure win, the field goal. And that cost him. Whether or not he was down or not, the official gave Tech the ball. Joe Hamilton runs it out, and we've got an overtime and a wild one.
Chris Young recovered the fumble, came out of there with it. Al Ford and his crew huddled. Now they'll call for the coin. Tillman and Hamilton will go out to represent Georgia Tech. It'll work like this. If Tech wins a toss, they'll play defense. Georgia wins a toss, I suspect they'll play defense. Tech will then want to play at the north end of the stadium because that's working toward the crowd. Well, for the first time ever, here's something they hadn't done in 94, 93 of the previous meetings. There have been 5 ties, but there won't be one today. Here is Al Ford to instruct us on the overtime. And some Sunday school language being yelled on by the Georgia fans. Here's the call.
Tech will go on defense. Tech won the toss. You go on defense.
Georgia immediately says, let's play at the south end. Oh, you can guarantee that. Did you hear Joe say?
Georgia Tech won the toss, decides to go on defense first. Georgia chose this end of the field to start the first down on the 25-yard line.
Well, we're going to keep it here because now we get a TV timeout. Timeout on the field. We're going in for 1,082 yards of total offense today. It's 48 all, and for the first time ever, Tech and Georgia go to the extra cantos. Controversy again, Kim, drips the annual battle with the Dogs and Jackets. Georgia has it first. 1st and 10. Tech 25. You know the rules. Everybody gets it. First downs are important. First down yardage, Kim, I think is critical in this.
Yeah.
48 all. 96 points. Just your average college football game. 1,082 yards, 96 points. Kelly Campbell now trying to loosen up that ankle here on the near side. Boy, oh boy, would that be something. The funny thing about this is that all the media is released to the sideline with about 3 minutes to go. So there's nobody up here in the press box. Well, a few of us, a couple of us. Well, Tech needs to be careful. Let's watch Carter from a shotgun. 1st and 10. Quincy going to throw underneath. That's Phillips, and he is tackled at about the 18-yard line by Tillman and Myers. Carter underneath to Jermaine Phillips. And it's a pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
8 of 7. 2nd down and 3.
No time kept in overtime. 4 receivers. Arnott the lone back. He now spots, will drop back to an eye. Carter wants to change the play with 8 to snap it. Snap to Quincy, gonna roll right. He'll pump, now throw to the end zone, incomplete. Jamar Clark there covering LeBron Mitchell. Young man out of Marietta, played for Friday Richards. Couldn't come up with it, it's 3rd and 3. Georgia is 8 of 18 in 3rd downs, and they've converted their last 6 in a row, Kim.
Big play here for both teams.
Phillips left, Parker and McMichael here to the right. I formation, keep it on the ground. Arnaud, first First down inside the 15 to the 14. Robert Arnoff before Wimbush makes a stop. Fresh set of downs for Georgia. First and 10 at the Tech 14. Now 9 of 19. We're in overtime in Atlanta. Tied at 48. The wild 94th meeting between the two schools. Phillips will go to the left. Parker and Mitchell here to the right. Here's Carter booting out. In trouble. Backs up. Throws. Incomplete. Gathers was bearing down. He didn't buy the play fake. And it's second down and 10.
Georgia wanted a hold call that time. They wanted, Randy McMichael was talking to the official about being held, but no flag was thrown. Incomplete pass.
At this point, Kim, don't worry about the officials, right?
Gee.
Second down, 10 to go in overtime at the 14 of Georgia Tech. Bulldogs have the first possession of overtime. Now Marvius Hester runs on the field and calls a timeout.
And that's the only timeout that
Georgia Tech has used their only timeout.
Right.
Tech has, so
they have to go to another overtime to get a timeout.
Right.
So Tech will take a timeout. And let's see. Georgia will have second and 10 when we continue here in Atlanta. Well, we have yet to find our play of the game, obviously. 48 all. After the game, we'll bring you the play of the game, brought to you by Budweiser. Budweiser reminds you choosing a designated driver is always a good game plan. And our game today brought to you in part by ACCtoday.com. Follow the jackets on the internet at ACCtoday.com. You'll get my notes from the flats each week. Click to ACC.com, ACCtoday.com, presented by the Bank of America. That's the internet with more than the score.
Wes, if you told anybody that you'd score 48 points, whether you're for Tech or for Georgia, before this game kicked off, you would have bet the ranch you're going to win.
Right.
But both teams have really fought hard here, and Georgia came back. They took the lead. Tech came back, took the lead. Tech stopped it and took the ball away from Georgia on the goal line. And now we're here in the overtime.
Second and 10. Carter from a shotgun. Drops back. Looking across the middle. Now to the end zone. Intercepted! Marvius Hester's intercepted Quincy Carter.
Wes, give Hester all the credit in the world. He made the play. But Quincy Carter telegraphed the throw. He pumped a couple of times. He looked at his receiver. He was trying to go in the back of the end zone. Hester came over and made the interception.
Well, with the score tied and Georgia intercepted on a second and 10, here is Joseph Fitzgerald Hamilton. First and 10. Campbell is in the game. He's to the right. High behind Hamilton. First down, Sean Gregory will keep barreling to the 19-yard line to pick up a 6. Second down and 4. 48 all with Tech and Georgia here in Atlanta. Hamilton checks with Godsey on the side. Campbell will come out. John Myers comes in. Kelly gave it a go. He may not be able to push it. White will go right. John Myers left. Georgia presses the corners. Here's Hamilton. Straight ahead. That's Gregory. And he lost a yard back to the 20. Third down and 5.
He was tackled by number 93, Richard Seymour.
Actually lost 2 to the 21. Big Tim Brown has come in now.
They're going to kick the field goal.
Monjay going to set for a field goal. Third down and 5. Luke Monjay. 37 yards on the hash, and Georgia burns their timeout.
Georgia has used their only timeout.
Kim, a little trickery by Ralph Friedgen and George O'Leary there. They caught Georgia napping. Now do they go back and change their mind?
Well, they sure fooled me if that's what they did. I think they feel like Monjay is in range with 37 yards. They don't want to risk a fumble. I'm not going to second guess George O'Leary or Ralph Friedgen.
I'm just surprised on third down they elected to go ahead and turn it around. It's third down and 5 from just outside the 20-yard line, about 5.5, but Monjay will go back out there. 37-yard field goal. Tied up at 48. The young man who told the story this week about growing up wanting to be a Georgia fan, didn't get recruited by the Bulldogs, now has a chance to beat them. 38-yard field goal. Godsey to hold, Alex Tedderton to snap. Snap, spot, block. And it is knocked down. Godsey's got it. George Godsey stretches to the 20-yard line. Georgia blocked it.
My goodness, what else is going to happen? You think Santa Claus is going to throw it down and out?
First overtime is in the books. Wait a second. It's fourth down. Tech recovered the block. Kim?
That's why they kicked it on third down.
Fourth down coming up. That was the third down play. It's now fourth down.
Fourth down and 6. Ball is at the 21. They're going to kick it again. Monjay from the other hash. Spot. Kick is away. And it is good. 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 Woo! Georgia Tech has beaten Georgia 51-48.
Oh, my goodness, Wes. Hadn't seen one like this ever.
Luke Monjay.
Here I am sitting here.
And I want to tell you something. Unbelievable is this ball game.
And Wes, I'm sitting here thinking George O'Leary didn't know what he was doing kicking on third down. Little did I know. They block the kick and they get the fourth down kick and they drill it, and they have stuck a dagger deep in the heart of the Bulldogs. See you in Jacksonville, pal.
January 1, Tech plays in the Toyota Gator Bowl. And as Quincy Carter heads to the locker room, after 2 seasons in Athens, he is 0-6 against the Big Three.
And as we move on into the Georgia Tech post-game report, I'm Edgar Tragitz back in our Atlanta Network studios. I assume at this point Bobby Dodd Stadium is up for grabs with all the fans mobbing the field. I don't know where to start in this ball game, but we'll try to get to it, and we'll try to get to all the interviews in the post-game locker room with Coach O'Leary and many of the players. 51-48, the Jackets over the Bulldogs in overtime. And let's go back out to Bobby Dodd Stadium with Kim King. And Kim, I just said it. I don't know where to start.
Edgar, I wouldn't try to recap all these scoring plays. We'll be here for the next 2 days. Wild affair here. Georgia Tech looked like they were going to just stay comfortably ahead of Georgia throughout the whole game. And then after going up in the third quarter, 34-17, Tech bobbled a punt. Georgia recovered down on the 10-yard line, and quickly Quincy Carter scored. And then Georgia scored 24 unanswered points, went ahead of Tech in the fourth quarter. Tech came back and went 68 yards. Will Glover caught a touchdown pass from Joe Hamilton, who had 4 touchdown tosses today, to tie it up. But then Georgia came right back down the field, and something that I'm sure Jim Donnan, Edgar's going to be asked about over and over and over this next week or two. Georgia gets the ball down on the 1-yard line. They have first and goal. They have that timeout. You got to think maybe they stop there and kick the field goal or whatever. I don't know. They're trying the touchdown, and it looked like the Saints might have been down, but the ball popped loose. Chris Young came out of the pile. The official ruled that Tech got the ball, and that killed the drive. Hamilton kneed the ball down on first down, sent it into overtime, and then Marvius Hester made a great interception in the end zone to stop Georgia's scoring chance. And when Tech got it, Tech got down to the 19-yard line. And on third down, they brought out the field goal kicker, Luke Mange, for a field goal attempt. And I'm sitting here, Edgar, thinking that George O'Leary's a great football coach, and who am I to question him? But why are you trying to kick the field goal on third down? Well, it got blocked. Georgia thought they had stopped Tech, but Tech had one more shot at it since it was only third down, and on fourth down, Mange kicked the field goal, and Tech has defeated Georgia 51-48.
All right, Kim, and certainly, can you describe the scene on the field right now, by the way?
Well, there are about 10,000 Tech fans still waving those pom-poms in front of the Tech band on the north end zone. They're going to bring the goalpost down on the north end zone. The officials were trying to keep students off of it, but a couple of them have gotten up there, and they're getting ready to take that thing down. Tech, by the way, Edgar, will be going to the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville. Tech finishes up the season 8-3, 5-3 in ACC play. Georgia drops to 7-4, 5-3 in SEC play. So it was a big loss for Georgia. They wanted to avenge that loss last year on the field goal, but this one by the freshman Luke Mange probably had to hurt a lot more.
And Kim, before we go to break, adversity for Tech in this ball game, some of it they created themselves when Kerry Watkins got ejected from the ball game early in the second half, and then Kelly Campbell getting the sprained ankle. Through all of that, though, Hamilton at quarterback, making things happen when needed, and intangibles like that you can't really factor.
You really can't. And let's talk a moment about Joe Hamilton. Hamilton passing yards today, 341 yards, 22 of 32, had one interception, had 4 touchdown passes, another 94 yards rushing. So what's that, 435 yards of total offense, and tremendous play by the senior Joe Hamilton.
All right, Kim, thanks a lot. Hang with us, and we'll be back in just a few minutes as we'll go down into the Tech locker room with head coach George O'Leary, Wes Durham, and everybody else, the players, and much more to come here. Before we take this break, let's pause here 10 seconds for station identification on the Georgia Tech ISP Sports.